Hello and welcome to Worldshaper Games. I'm your host Philip, who will be the dungeon master for tonight's game. I believe, what is this, our fourth now, guys? Fourth episode?
Yeah,
It is.
Indeed.
Yep.
Good. We normally go around and describe a bit about our characters, and then we talk about what happened last episode. So if Jack, would you like to take it away, give us a short description and how your character is feeling at the moment, considering what happened last time?
Yeah. So hello everyone, I'm Don Hayes. I play the character Amelia. She is a human rogue, hails from Waterdeep. Her father was my previous character, Kalazar, who became the hero of Waterdeep. And Amelia's kind of a little bit fed up. Yeah, our hero.
The hero of Waterdeep.
Indeed.
Wow.
And Amelia's kind of known as her father's daughter, basically. Every conversation is all about how is your father doing, father this, father that. And Amelia's a little bit sick of it, so she has gone in search of finding out the cause of why their caravans and their trade routes have been damaged in the realm of Icewind Dale, and also to make her adventure and make a name for herself and be her own person rather than forever being known as her father's daughter. So that's Amelia in a nutshell. How she's feeling is brutally betrayed by the rest of the party, given last time's shenanigans. To be fair, she's kind of taken the route back on her own to the sanctuary just to sort of clear her head. Hopefully she'll calm down a little bit by the time the rest of the party arrive. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out very shortly, no doubt. That's me.
Nice. And what about you, Dave?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just being distracted.
Yeah.
So, I am Quinn Fairkettle. I am a little halfling. I'm a cleric. I brew beer. Pretty sick. Yeah. Pretty much everything about her. She's having a good time.
Having a good time right now?
Yeah, she's healing people. She's finding food. Though she hasn't found as much food as she wants for like the starving people, but
Very little up here.
she'll sort that out at some point, I guess.
Some
Being a good cleric,
point.
got to look after the poor people.
Excellent. And I see you have chicken wings there, so why don't you
Yeah.
describe
Late
your
you
character
today.
today?
Late, but I will be eating for the start of this episode. My name is Greg. I do egregious games on YouTube, and my character is Zufira Stonebeard, who is a dwarf ranger, who had an interesting incident shortly before the campaign started that will be revealed in time. But basically, she's grown up in a fairly traditional, old-school dwarven family here in the Dale, and she has never really been much for tradition or social obligation or pacts. She's kind of a loner. All rangers are. It's just the obligation part of the contract you sign when you become a ranger. And after certain events, she decided to leave Icewind Dale, but on the way ran into the rest of the party and this whole string of events. And we will find more about her as the campaign progresses.
Nice. And last but not least, Levi, what about you?
Admiring this sheep shirt.
Yep, she.
Fantastic.
Admiring yourself.
I was looking at it going, I want to come and lose in. I'm Levi, aka Killjoy. I'm from run the engineering bay, and I am playing a character that's not related to the character I last played, who was the actual hero of that campaign. But yeah, I play Cassius von Deuce. I am a half-elf fighter. Father was a human, mother was the elf, and essentially Cassius is spent a lot of time on military equipment, spent a lot of time with his dad, who was in the military, and has got to the point now where he is looking to, kind of help people out, but he's very inquisitive, very adventurous, and he's heard about all the things that's currently going on in Icewind Dale, and is made his way there to, find out what's going on. He was there for about 3 months before planning on leaving, but as things have occurred, he's now ended up with this group, and seems like adventures brewing. So he is more than happy to tag along with this group and see where things go. Really.
Nice. And of course, if the title didn't give this away, this is Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. That way of
Now
playing.
there.
Yay!
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
big ass book, this one. So who would like to explain where we left off?
I'll do it this time if you want.
Ooh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So we started our last session off with a quest from Mother Tusk not from Mother Tusk, but it was from, I believe, the otter who had said, "Hey, there's 2 people have gone into this cave." So we rested up. We then gathered ourselves and we went to look at this other cave. And while going towards the cave, I believe Quinn and probably Quinn and Stonebeard found the 2 dead bodies first of, we didn't know this at the time, but basically party members to one other dude who was like a grave robber, but we'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, they'd been attacked. What I think had looked like, I'm not sure, is it like animal claws or some shit, or like it hadn't. I don't think it was actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like animals.
we didn't
or
actually
something.
establish whether because they couldn't have been killed by the orcs we later encountered.
No.
It was like claws, I believe.
The ones on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I can't remember
Like
if you
animals.
investigated those or not, but I think you did.
I think, yeah, we investigated them, but I think we came to the conclusion that it was like animal of some kind, but we didn't know exactly what, if it was the same or not. But we, so they got a kind of just checked out, and then as we ventured into the cave, it smelt really bad. It was like a lot of dead, rotten animal, rotting poo, like all kinds of just crap you'd expect to find in a cave. But there was a book. I don't know who found the book. Was it Quinn that found the book?
Don't think so.
No, Zufira. Was it you that found the book?
I think Quinn found the book and then gave it to
Yeah, that
Zufira.
was initially on the 2 bodies.
Yeah,
I found the book. Yeah.
and this book was basically a book for translating Orc to essentially Common. And as we were exploring the cave, we come across this, like, I think it was stone carvings or some stone engravings of Orc language, and then by translating it, we found a secret compartment that opened up down a path, and I believe we heard the screams of something before we opened the door, but we heard some noises coming from behind or further into this cave. And so we finally open up this door and we make our way down, and there was a lot of sacks full of what I think we discovered were like ancient, like, or orc trinkets and stuff. Like, they're all stuff that were in almost like in this in these sacks, various different things. But there was 2 stone tablets, and I think Zufira picked those up as well first, which gave her a nasty shock. And so we left them because we were like, oh, it's just a couple of stone tablets. We won't worry about those. And then as we carried on, we heard noises, and we come into what is like this big chamber, and a guy being attacked and shouting, "Hey, you need to get the stone tablets!" while there were undead orcs everywhere. So we fought bravely even, and while we were doing that, I believe Amelia ran back to get the other stone tablets, and then we had to figure out the puzzle, which was these different tablets had references to different orc gods. I think it was like a sword and an eye and all these different things, and essentially we had to fight this huge horde of undead orcs while putting back these stone tablets. I can't speak today. Stone tablets back into the right spots by matching up what was on the tablet with what was on the wall. I believe
it made the room cold again.
Yeah, so the ice was melting, the whole room was heating up, and because of that, these undead orcs were smashing their way through the ice they were trapped in. So we were fighting them off, and then eventually we put them all back in, and they just all sort of fell flat to the ground, and things started to cool down again. And then we met this dude who had been knocked. I think he got injured and like fell unconscious. Called Dakut, who was from Bryn Shander, and he essentially was as he told us, like an architect or something
Yeah.
along those lines, out here looking for stuff for his family.
Archaeologist.
Yeah, like an archaeologist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And but I think it's less of that and more of potential grave robber. But
Oh yeah, he's a grave robber.
Yeah.
We found.
and anyway, so we during this time of doing the tablets, the book was given to Amelia to decipher one of these, where to put them. And when we got back outside, Dakota had asked for the book, and being the somewhat do-gooder that Cassius is, was like, "Hey, we've got your book. We'll give it back to you," not knowing who had the book at the time. And both Quinn and Amelia were trying to be quiet on it, and myself and Zufira were like,
I'm just not a snitch.
I know, we were like, we should probably get the book back. And Zufira was like, come on, I gave you the book. You should give the book back to the nice man. And Amelia was visibly pissed off. And we basically ended up giving the book back to Dakut. Amelia walked off back down the tunnels. We were still outside. And essentially, we ended up in that situation where I don't think we've realised we've pissed her off yet. But at the very final scene was Amelia coming in and finding that the other gentleman that we'd had with us, I've forgotten his name, the one that was wrapped up and stuff, has now disappeared and is
it's
no
gone.
longer with the animals. And that's where we left it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
pretty much.
Nailed it.
That's just.
Memory's working today. Words aren't though.
Ah,
Well,
that's right.
that is exactly where we left it. Amelia, you walked back into the main chamber and you found that there were just ropes on the floor where the man was sitting. This is the first person you encountered up in these hills. And you can see all the animals are there, just like you can see on the map.
We're all outside still, or are we walking back now?
You can catch up. We can have like a minute or so. So, Amelia, what do you want to do in this minute? So there you are standing, and you can see that the ropes are on the floor.
Yeah. So I guess as I come through the into the sanctuary, I'm like, God damn it! Did they not realize just how valuable that would have been? Like, oh my god, being able to translate Orc to Common when none of us can speak Orc in an Orc-infested land. God damn it! Unbelievable. And then as I sort of come into the thing, I can see the ropes. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Really? Add that to the list of problems today. It is not a good day for Amelia.
Oh no! I hope you're saying all of this out loud.
In my head. Yeah, probably like, half and half. Like, not like shouting, but, you know,
Under your
probably
breath
muttering
kind of
to yourself type of thing. But yeah, I started coming to this, like, what happened here? Please, I've had a rotten day. What? Why? How? When?
You can see Mother Tusk is there, and she comes up to you and goes, "Unfortunately, we had to let him go.
Had to let him go?
He started to rant and rave, and he became a danger to my family.
But he was tied up.
He was tied up, but he was causing a scene. So I had
It was
the
like plot convenience.
yeah.
Question, DM: Did you want him to go?
You were very against us having him this entire time. I feel like this is a thing.
So I had the wolves.
Eat him.
I had the wolves
Yeah,
take
just
him
knock him
back out
out.
the tunnels towards 10 Towns. The same route that you all will be taking now if you want to leave.
Oh, I want to roll her down a hill so much.
Okay, well, it is what it is. I can't. I guess I understand why you did what you did to protect your family, but I never really wanted to take him like that in the first place. So, whatever.
She nods.
Probably just
And
say
then-
something about cultists
Yeah.
under my breath.
Are we here now? Are we?
Yeah, you can catch up roundabout now at the end of
Oh
this.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So at this point, you guys
sentences.
turn up. Or
Yeah,
guys
I
and girls,
see.
I should say.
Yeah.
I see him gone, and definitely just like cultists.
I
I'd
reckon
up to here with cultists.
I'd probably walk. I'd probably have like the Belmont strut. I'd have that like real fucking power walk.
Everywhere you go.
Yeah, that
Zufira just kind of shakes her head, like, "What are you gonna do?"
True.
Wait, what?
Sometimes wild animals get loose and then they run off into a bear trap and die. And the bear trap in this case is Icewind Dale.
Yeah, I have it for more of a like the cleric-y thing. I'm just like, this Frostmaiden screwing up my plans. I want agriculture. I want snow and people that really like Black Rock. Was it Chardin or whatever it's called?
Chagrin.
Chardin, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've
it's
got it written
it's SH.
Yeah.
I keep on saying
See,
Chardin.
it's
Yeah,
Chardilin, isn't it? It's the
Chardin.
CH.
Oh, it's an L, isn't it? L-I.
Chardilin.
Yeah, sorry, CH, yeah.
Yeah, close enough. I'm too angry to speak. Yeah, I'm just kind of like annoyed. I don't like these cultists. One bit.
So, yeah, Mother Tusk, addresses you all as she sits towards the back of the cave, because she's gone back there, and says, I believe the day is getting short now, and it's nighttime will be here soon. You're free to rest up here, and then in the morning, we can take you to 10 Towns themselves.
Yay, long rest.
Now that you've helped us with our problems,
Yay.
it'd be fitting to help you with yours and get you back to where you need to be.
Sounds perfect.
Thank
Let
you.
us rest for the night.
Brother Tusk,
I need your rest.
I have a question for you. I don't suppose you have seen any damaged trade routes in your travels, or if any of your family may have seen any damaged trade routes or trade routes that had not made it.
We've watched the main routes get cut off more and more over the weeks. People have even been caught in avalanches. It's quite dire out there. So the main bulk of trade to the two-leggers, I believe, isn't really stable enough at the moment.
I see.
I have a feeling that everybody in 10 Towns will start to suffer more and more over the weeks, even though they are already.
Certainly seems like whoever's causing this godful weather is also the reason for my being here as well. It seems the two are intertwined.
How much?
Yeah.
How much do you reckon like hours are left before the day, like the night? I know it's like twilight time, but like just in character stuff. I just wondered how long.
I think it's always kind of dark though, isn't it?
Yeah, the twilight hours, because
Actually-
the sun never rises. So, twilight hours, I think it was in between 10 and 2. It's something like that.
This cave's big enough if I want to just do some like basic like training with my weapons.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay,
these
cool.
are what you see on the map is pretty much the wider spaces that
Yeah.
we've got. After that, it just leads off into tunnels.
Yeah, I think Cassius is what he's probably going to do, because this is something he probably doesn't do every day, but he probably tries to keep his skills honed.
Yeah.
He's probably going to like find a big enough space and like practice like flicking the whip and trying out things and stuff, and like practicing with the boomerang and stuff in the and maybe not the boomerang, but the bow and things, and just doing like some target practice.
Yeah.
Basically, just like keeping himself as sharp as his skills, trying to train.
Depending on when you do it, 'cause I feel like I probably should pray during twilight since I'm a twilight cleric. After I do like the hour or so of praying and that, I feel like Quinn would be up for fighting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like
She fights.
Cassius is more than happy. He's like to train with anybody. He's just to him, but he wants to be on top of his game with what he knows.
Do you want to give us a little training montage just to see who?
How much time do you want to? How much time do you think you'd have to pray before we?
Kind of what the exact thing is. Within the long rest time.
Oh, you want to? Do you want to do a long rest first, or do you want to
No, I meant like it'd be like
during their long rest? Right?
yeah, it'd be when twilight hits.
Yeah.
You can always do it beforehand. Maybe.
I guess I will go off to practice, and you can just come up to me and ask once you've
Oh
done.
yeah, you probably instigate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be there, just like test, like you can just hear like not cracking the whip like I normally do, but it's like almost like putting a target on the wall and just like trying to hit like the center.
Chipping away at it.
Yeah, just like flicking it out from different angles, like from over the shoulder, and just like practicing with it, just trying to get like spin it up and flick it and stuff.
I'll probably just come over and say to you that, like, wow, trading's always a good idea, and target practice has its virtue, but I always find a moving target is more worthwhile.
As he pulls the whip back and turns to you and he's like, "Ah, is this an offer to train? I am more than happy to spar."
Yeah, no, I'd say, just give me a second, and I'm gonna go over and put my armor on and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna be lounging around in that.
Do you Do you want us to like? I know we're gonna long rest.
Oh, you have to like roll or anything.
Okay,
It's just like thing.
yeah, no problem.
Flavor, innit?
Yeah,
You could always do one of those abstracted rolls, which is like just each of you roll once for your whole fight performance.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, why not? That sounds fun.
Do you want to call them out just for the
Yeah.
viewers at home?
We're just doing a D20 roll. All right, I'll wait till let's role play to that point. So you go and get all your armor on and stuff. What you've got? I assume both your weapons.
Yeah, so I got my chainmail, got my shield, got my axe.
Yep.
And then I have like my sickle on my belt, but I don't really use that as much.
Yeah.
This is all about pesticide, not harvest.
Yep.
And yeah, just like that. So we're all like armored up. I am like 3'3" just for flavor. I am like
tiny.
a meter tall. So I am like half your size.
I forget I've got an shield on me. I always forget I'm carrying a shield, but I do have a smaller sort of shield with me.
I'm a little tank. Yeah, so I like get all my equipment on, do a bit of stretch, a bit of a lumber up.
Yeah.
Say, wow, let's begin.
What I'm just trying to think what I would. I guess I would use the whip because that's my main weapon. I'm not going to whip out the crossbow. Nor would the boomerang be suitable in here. So yeah, cool. I'll just roll a one.
It's not like a proper fight. It's
No. It's just practice.
You attack and going through the motions and stuff.
Yeah.
Could have a spar at
Straight to the eyes.
I got a 6 on out of it.
It's just a roll D20.
Yeah. I just did a D20.
I always roll terrible.
Wow, you got a 3. So it sounds like maybe we're a bit tired, a bit injured.
Yeah, you're probably
And it
tired.
just seems like
We have been fighting a lot.
Yeah, maybe it's just not the right time.
Then he got the range advantage.
Yeah, I think maybe
And
You
like
think, do the
twice
first
my
one, you're like,
height.
oh, that actually hurts.
yeah, it's like maybe it's a bit sloppy. So maybe we're doing it for like I don't know, like 20 minutes, half an hour or something, and we're not really, I don't know, either not feeling it or it's just like, maybe we should come back to this another day. And it's like, Cass is probably just like, this doesn't, I don't know, I feel a bit off. Maybe it's from fighting earlier. Maybe I need to rest up.
Yeah, we both are very bad.
But he does say to Quinn, he's like, I am more than happy to spar whenever. I like to keep my skills honed, and everybody has a different skill set to bring. So
something I don't really talk about a lot, but like, because I work like in a brewery, and I'm always like carrying like massive things of like mead and that and ale. Like Quinn is like stacked.
Yeah.
Like I am like ripped.
Yeah.
For like halfling.
She probably rugby tackle me to the ground.
Like I am like very like stocky in that. But yeah, probably cardio is not so much.
Yeah, like, we're just not. It's just a bit of a wasted session, So we were just like, we'll come back to this.
We didn't find any great insights.
Yeah. So just like
Sesh,
put the
good
whip.
sesh.
I put the whip back
protein.
inside of it. Oh, yeah.
Amelia's like leaning on one of the like pillars, I guess, the ice pillars, and kind of gives a clap. Good show.
Is it sarcastic? One clap.
I mean, it's not.
Zufira's having a conversation during all this.
I do need a conversation with you before that happens, by the way. Both of you.
Okay. With me.
But you beat me to it, but
But
yeah.
Zufira was having a conversation with someone else, but you can interrupt her.
It'd probably be as soon as you, almost as immediate, as soon as like,
Yeah.
because I'd have to tell you about the escapee and stuff. So probably as you come into the cave, I would say, just to backtrack a smidge, I'd probably be like, Zufira, Cassius, can we have a moment?
Yep. He's got no problem with this. He's fucking oblivious probably.
Nods.
Yep.
I look, perhaps I may have acted a little bit out of may have done a bad thing by trying to keep this orc tome. However, from my side, you must understand this was a golden opportunity for at least one of us to have at least an understanding of orc language, considering none of us seem to speak orc or have any knowledge of orcs, given we're in orc infested lands. I felt it was a very useful item for us in our journey. Know that it was always my intention to give this item back to Dakut. I will say the way you handled that and the way you kind of fed me to the lions, as a manner of speaking, was not ideal, and I do feel betrayed by that. You've lost a bit of my trust. I hope you understand what I did do was not out of spite for Dakut, but more out of what I feel would have been advantageous to the group, especially given the adventure we find ourselves upon. I do not want there to be any bad feelings or bad blood between us, but I feel I also have to speak my mind. Also, the gentleman you knocked out, the wolves let him go. Just another loose end we'll have to potentially tie up at some point.
I'm gonna let Zufira go first on this.
Zufira is just a bit taken aback. It sort of takes a moment to process what Amelia has said. She says, well, in the same way you didn't intend to betray anyone or do a bad thing, I was simply following my conscience. I felt like that was the man's work, and he may not be perfect, none of us are, but feel like taking his work away from him, something he seems to have dedicated his life to, for what for us was mere trifle. I do not like deception or lies, and you left me no choice. We tried. I asked you to hand it back, and you refused. And I'm surprised you see this as a betrayal. I didn't know any of you until just the other day. Just out of character check, it's been like, what, 2 days? We slept once or twice? Is this like
Yeah.
second sleep?
It's been like
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think second.
Yeah, I have only known each of you for 2 days, and this man seemed... I have no loyalty to people in general. Certainly not this man, but it felt wrong, and I followed my conscience, and I can't apologize for that. But I apologize if it gets us in trouble later down the line. If one of us needs to speak orc, I will take responsibility if need be.
I'm just trying to think how Cassius would probably. What would he say? He'd probably be like, "It's like I had no. I mean, we had the book, and the man obviously lost it. The way that I work, I'm very much in the idea of trying to help the little guy. I guess. Just from the teachings of how been brought up and the things that have happened to me in my life, this was no intentional betrayal. It was more the fact that the man had lost something, and I wished for him to have it back. As for, the idea of this helping us out down the line, you're not wrong. There is a very good chance we may encounter more orcs things, but the one thing is that we have each other for now, and we will overcome any obstacle with what we have at the time. Sure, I can't disagree that having a translated book is very useful, but we'll figure something out. There's no shame in that. we have some knowledge now that we didn't have beforehand, and while we don't have the book, we at least can identify some Orcish. But I can see that you may have felt slighted by this, and that was never the intention. This gentleman seemed that he was desperate for it back, and I believed that we had it. But maybe there is some other way that we can regain more of your trust back in the days to come. I, for one, enjoyed these couple of days more so than the last 3 months I've been in Icewind Dale, purely because I have found people who are far more interesting and I'm willing to help, and I have nothing better to do with my time at the moment but to look forward to this adventure that we seem to be on now. But
I do an insight check on whether Amelia was telling the truth when she said she wanted to give the orb back to the coot eventually, or the book back. Is
Sure.
that? Yeah. There was something else. Oh, 4.
I
Okay,
was,
well,
as far as you can tell, I was sincere.
Okay. Well, she'll just say, I will say this. If you truly intended to give the book back at some point, I did not know. I had no way of knowing that. Because as I say, we don't know each other, and no offense, but my experience of people is that I don't assume the best.
Mhm. I take on your comments. I'd only wish that you'd had asked me before, putting me in a position where I was left no choice. Perhaps in future, knowing this kind of scenario, all I would ask is you pull me aside and maybe ask for my reasons before giving me no choice. I very much
apologize.
intended to give the book back. Of that, you have my word, and my word is not easily broken. However, I was trying to do something good for the betterment of the party. I appreciate it looks from the outset like a deception on my part, which in some cases it was. But know from my side that, I felt it would have been useful for us only to keep it for a few days. This gentleman was going to go back to his home, and I would have given it back at the end of the journey, perhaps even beforehand. I just wanted to either keep a copy of this and make my own notes, or to have a read through. Interesting, that orb that he seemed somewhat infused by. Had we had the book, we would have had knowledge. Now we have to take on the word of a man that we don't know. I'm just saying the book itself had some great knowledge for us that we could have used. I understand your reasons for doing what you did, but I would have just preferred it if you knew I had the book, maybe just pull me to a side and ask for my reasons rather than leave me in a position where I had no choice.
For that, I must apologize. Social cleverness has never been my forte. In my family, I have a reputation for speaking too bluntly. I've always struggled with, not just blurting out things that may be inappropriate for other people to hear. There's a reason I don't live with the family anymore. You don't need to hear this. This is, I will.
Story.
I respect that you trusted me on this, and maybe I didn't realize that there was that connection there.
I guess we're all learning to
Just
know
kinda
each
looks
other,
that
right?
way.
It's
yeah,
we don't really know each other. You don't know me. I don't know you. Suffice to say, I apologize for trying to deceive this gentleman, but no, it was out of the betterment for ourselves. In my world, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission in some cases.
Cassius then responds to both of you and says, this conversation alone has grown our knowledge of one another. We know a line was crossed. We know how to fix that in the future. I only see that as a win-win. Unfortunately, sometimes unfortunate events have to happen to have the knowledge of what to do and what not to do. So, but we can go forward knowing that if you are in possession of something, talking it out before making that decision seems reasonable to me.
Very well. Thank you, Cassius. And thank you, Zufira. It is, I hope we can rebuild the trust that was potentially lost this day. But, yeah, I thank you for your time. And
Zafira
also,
just kind of nods, and she looks very uncomfortable with this conversation.
yeah, that's fine.
She's just
With
like,
the whip.
Yeah.
she's not used to talking to people this much or this like sincerely.
Yeah.
Whacking her with the whip.
Talking of orc books, where is Dakut? I don't see him. No, I don't see him with us. Has he gone back to his town?
He is
He
likely
is.
left.
He's still sitting over there at the moment, around the corner.
He could have left. He might still be outside. I don't see him coming in here with us. Honestly.
In fact, as you say that, he just comes around the corner, and then he stops, and he looks at all the animals, and then sidles up to you, Cassius, and goes, "Is this safe?"
As a joke, Cassius go, I don't know, maybe go over and talk to them and see what happens. He's just like egging him on. He's
Interesting.
like, go talk.
Interesting. Doesn't quite know what to make of it, but you know, he likes to learn sometimes. So you can see him like pass before the wolves that are now sat at the side of the cave,
This is a good time to knock him out.
goes up to Mother Tusk and says hello. And in that time, they have like a bit of a conversation backwards and forwards along the lines of like, you know, who are you? What are you? How did you manage to talk? And all those kind of things. You can also see. Is this like after? This just before your short rest, for instance, and all long rest and all those kind of things. You can probably see the other animals look like they're getting ready to bed down.
Yeah.
Because it's a weird thing that happens in my head, anyways, because all the animals are now intelligent. They can all talk and they understand that they're, you know, intelligent and stuff. So their sleeping patterns might change into everyone goes to sleep at the same time, and normal cycle of the days kind of takes fold.
Synchronize with your housemates.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Cool. I mean, after the conversations, after speaking to Coot, and obviously the sparring that me and Quinn have done, I guess at that point, I'm probably ready to get some rest. You know, bandage up any wounds and ready to bunker
Oh
down.
yeah, rest and prayers.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to do before bed, but
Go for it.
let me know if there's more.
I will say, at the moment, yeah, go ahead and do what you want to do, and then I'll say the next bit.
Sure. So at some point before bed, Zufira will try to find a quiet spot away from people.
Sure.
She'll just be like, I'm going out to. You assume she's going out to pee, and she probably will that as well. But when she's quiet and it's quiet, and she can make sure that nobody's watching, she will go. Okay. How do I do this? And a glow just kind of passes over her body, and I will cast Cure Wounds on myself for the first time, learning how to do this.
Yay.
7
Right,
health
yeah.
back,
7.
and
Ah,
she'll kind of gasp me like, just shake her head and be like, "What do you want? I don't understand." And since nobody else can hear what's going on, I'll leave that little vignette at that.
I have one other thing I want to do as well before bedding down for the night. I want to tap Dakut on his shoulder and just say, "Do you have 5 minutes, friend? I feel like we need to have a short conversation."
He nods and goes, "Yeah, of course. Do you want to talk here or go somewhere around the corner?"
If we go somewhere a little private, if that's okay.
A nice cliff where you can just push him off.
I clock that you walk off with him, but I don't follow.
Yeah, you can't go too far because you start getting lost down the tunnels.
No. I'm still talking like
corner.
in the cave, but like a quiet corner.
It's over the other side somewhere.
And like,
as he's leaving, Zufira will have clocked this as well, and she go, "Okay, I'll try." Just mutter that to herself, and those with a high perception may notice that she reaches out, and for just a second, a yellow dragon eye appears on the back of Dakut, goes, and then fades away. She casts Hunter's Mark on him.
Oh, nice.
So now she knows where he goes.
You can also see that bag, the brown bag with the essentially like things in it. He never leaves that. Like he carries it wherever he goes.
Sure.
He treats it as personal item at this point. So yeah, he goes with you around the corner. He does not notice any magical effects.
I did a perception, but I don't think I don't know how obvious it would be.
You both did bad. 8 and 10.
On noticing the casting, do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do a sleight of hand to see how bad I am.
Oh,
just above. You probably like as she's like doing that with her hand and it's fading, she just like puts her hand away. You just notice that she put her hand out.
Start scratching a leg or some shit.
Nice.
So, what did you want to talk to me about?
Dakut, I feel we've potentially got off on the wrong foot. Well, first off, I want to apologise for trying to deceive you earlier. Please know that it was for the interest of the party that I'm with. We felt that book would have been vitally important for the mission we are on. Granted, I did not take your work and your life's work into account, and for that, I apologise. However, needless to say, the book is still of interest to ourselves as a group, namely me. I do not speak Orc, but I would love to perhaps learn, and I feel like this would be a very useful trinket. Suffice to say, I would ask if perhaps there is an agreement we could come to. Perhaps if I was to give you 5 gold for your trouble, of which I'm sure would be very useful for what you came out here to do. I understand you came out here seeking treasure for your loved ones back home, and I feel that this could be quite a good gesture for you, and would help you for many, many months and hopefully years to come. All I would ask in return is either that I could borrow the book for a short time until we are back in your town, and where I would give you back the book. Alternatively, there is another option. We would ask that you create a copy of this book, one that we could keep, and you'd have your own version. Does any of this work for you?
I can. He thinks and he considers. So try and strangle him. He thinks and he considers. You see his eyes when you say about the gold, the 5 gold pieces or so. You see his eyes flick to his bag that is set down beside him, weighing up like a judgment call in his head. And considering how valuable the book was to him, he then says, I still rather keep this book. It's one of my life's works. But I would be happy to make a copy for you. This will take me time, though. It's not
Of
something
course.
I can do overnight. See how thick this thing is. He like holds it up for a second, puts it back in his pocket somewhere.
I imagine the orc language is that big. Sure, it's like 10
10
words, right? Yeah.
We're the only
Lots of
orc
grunts.
translation book in the world.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of a book where it started off as a translation book, and it grew thicker and thicker with more finds and just like information he's gathered himself on like archaeology and ancient orcs civilization and things like that. Yeah, if you want a copy of this, I can draft out a copy once I get back home.
Certainly. I understand we're both heading to 10 towns, is it?
That's where
Sorry,
I'm going
I'm new
next.
to this area. I'm not familiar with the towns or the
Oh,
cities
okay.
of this region.
Well, depending on where these caves lead, and I'm assuming Mother Tusk will point us in the right direction of these caves, uh, we will probably come out somewhere at South Tent Towns. So most likely, I'm guessing either Good Mead or Dugan's Hold.
I see.
mead.
And where is your home again? Apologies.
I personally live in Brinshander. It's one of the bigger towns.
I see. Um. Okay. And would we be able to make a start on the book maybe in 10 towns? Presumably we're starting in 10 towns and then, or are you going straight to Brinchanda? Just trying to get an idea on
10,000
timeline.
10,000 is the area.
Well, it takes days to travel between places.
Tourists.
Sometimes it's a couple of hours. But it will take me the best part of a week to get back home, and I will start drafting out a copy every time I stop in an inn. I'll do a bit each night. You know, an hour a night. How does that sound?
That seems fair.
And by the time I get home, then a couple more days, and I'll have it written out.
I do.
It won't be an artwork. You know, it won't be an artistry piece of writing or anything. It will literally just be a copy. Um, And I don't know where you lot are going, but yes, that's where I'll be. So if you want a copy of it, then come and find me in 10 Towns, in Brinshander.
I believe that is fair. And 5 gold for upon completion?
He definitely nods at that. It was like probably the first time everyone's ever offered him such a thing. So he's like, yes, that will help me greatly.
Those fingers
Then
crossed.
you
behind
have
his back.
yourself a deal, and I shake his hand. I put my hand out, see if he
Yeah, he
shakes.
takes it and shakes it as well.
Very
Decent
well.
grip on him.
Thank you, Dakut, and once again, apologies for my my deception earlier. It seems we've
No
both
problem.
learnt things this day.
Just go ask at the local tavern in Brinshander uh, for directions. It's not difficult to find. You know, go up the road from the major tavern and take a right and then a left, and it's one of the houses along there.
Very well. I thank you for your time. It's been a day. I'm gonna go get some rest. I suggest you do the same.
Yeah, he thinks about his broken like ankle or whatever he had done to him, and is like, hey, a
I
broken
healed
leg,
him.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I
He
healed
still
him.
thinks about it though, and it's like, yeah, he kind of like looks down at it and thinks, yeah, I'll go and sit down as well.
I see him do that and I say, magic, am I right?
It's very
Yeah.
useful. I must thank him again for that.
Hmm.
Yeah, he starts to go
Magic.
and make his own like bed sort of area.
Divine blessings.
Divine blessings.
Don't do
You
magic.
mean science?
No conjurer cheap tricks.
He is not a holy man, so he has no idea. Yeah, so like I say, everyone's bedding down. The animals are starting to, even the otters are like, you know, they're all piled on top of each other.
Pick
Like,
up an otter and start
starting to
petting it.
does that like yeah kind of thing they do.
Nice. Yeah, just be a big lump of like fur
Yeah,
staying warm together.
pretty much.
Mm.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not too bad in here. The combined body heat of like all the animals makes it like bearable in here. It's not bad at
Oh
all.
yeah.
They've all got fur anyway.
Yeah, they're not gonna be cold. I've got a nice fat like cloak thing on, so it's all good.
Yeah. Who's got the highest perception?
Definitely not me.
Probably
Passive,
me, I should imagine.
Massive perception,
Passive?
yeah.
12. Yeah,
12.
I have no.
10 for me.
It's probably the highest dex. Probably will have it.
Okay.
One Amelia,
Uh,
one up you.
You one up,
Passive
can you?
perception. What are you going to say
It's
that?
underneath.
Underneath
charisma.
skills.
Yeah, underneath
Oh,
skills.
On the left
12.
underneath 12.
Passive.
14, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
14. Okay.
Nice.
You won't get all of it, but how long do you sleep? Was it 4 hours instead of 8?
No, that's an elf thing. She just
Oh, of
sleeps
course
like a
it is.
normal person.
Yeah.
8 hours.
Well, let's say like in the middle of the night, well, consider it still sleeping,
Wait,
but you
isn't
know, you wake up to
Cassius
use the
half
bathroom or something.
Yeah,
like
but I
that.
still have to sleep like a normal person.
Okay.
When you come back from using the bathroom around corner, you can see Deku is awake, and you can see it's like he finished looking at what was in the bag, and you just see like a flash of gold, like a I don't know, some kind of like metal bar of gold go back in the bag, and then he like ties it up and puts it beside him, and like then starts to bed down again. So you get the impression that he was probably counting what he had in the bag, or at least looking at it.
Yeah, we need to kill him.
That is weird. Okay, and she'll wait like 5 minutes and then go back to bed.
Cool.
Don't wake me up again. Yeah. To whoever the hell she's talking to.
All right. Yeah. He
Even
doesn't
though
pay
out of
attention to you.
character, I know, but I like the idea. It's like a little devil going.
You'll meet whoever it is soon enough.
So you all sleep throughout the night. Everything is regained. You wake up in the morning.
We heal then.
It's chilly, and the animals go about there collecting things as if some go out to hunt, some are sorting out food. Do you partake in the normal food that they have, or do you use your rations?
They wake up, see me cooking one of the otters on a spit.
Oh god.
Or the talking ones or the non-talking
Yeah,
ones.
bristle. You just talking too much. Too much. No, I don't do that, obviously. He's like,
There's fallout now.
Spirits on a spit.
Survival of the fittest.
yeah, I don't know. What do they like? Berries?
Yeah,
Uh,
what we ate last night, I guess.
It's a mixture
day.
of gathered berries,
Yeah.
fish, and things like that. Anything like you would be able to hunt down in
Yeah.
mountains, mountain goat.
I eat their stuff because food is scarce.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely eating what they provide.
Should we get a fire going? We can roast some marshmallows over it.
Yeah.
Zufira is used to eating this kind of stuff because she tends to spend a lot of time out in the wilderness foraging herself, so it's the exact same kind of thing.
Cassius don't care. Like he's like they got fish that'll do. Like
Amelia's definitely getting used to the local cuisine.
we've got rations
Not
on us
quite.
haven't we, as well if we need it.
Yeah, not quite what she's used to. And probably not enjoying it a huge amount either. Probably visibly not enjoying it.
Yeah, it's like
But also knows it's,
it's like this isn't prepared by
Required.
humans. This is like animal claws and flippers and things trying to
I mean, we
prepare
can
food.
still skin the fish or
But
whatever.
yeah, you guys can help out as well.
You know.
But yeah,
The-
another task
during the
comes over
meal.
to you. During the meal.
Zufira would just say to the others quietly, after this meal, it would be good to have another conversation with you all. Just, what we were talking about last night, just in the name of honesty and communication. That's all.
very
A
well.
nod.
And her eyes just briefly flit to
Splendid.
Dukut.
Cassius has got like fish in his mouth.
Very well. I'm done with this meal anyway.
the cat is like, wherever you've left, he's just taking it. and eating it.
Zufira's already
Oh.
finished.
He doesn't
just
even care.
stuff like little raisins
Yeah.
and things in her mouth.
Like, oh, more for
Eats
me.
very fast.
She just lets it happen. Yeah, not even
Yeah.
a care in the world. Just like, ugh.
Yeah.
You want it, you
Not
have
the-
it.
It's not the nicest thing to eat in the morning, I imagine, fish, but he's just like, I'm hungry. I'm fucking freezing still.
Food's food, man.
Yeah.
Food's food.
Been up here in Icewind Dale for 3 months, so he's probably used to it.
I will say after the breakfast, Mother Tuss will come over to you.
We eating you too? Oh.
Before that happens, do any of
One
you
bite.
want to say anything? If not, she'll basically be leading you out a safe way out of the tunnels and back to 10 Towns.
I guess before we...
It's coming with us.
Yeah, if she's coming
Right,
with us, I
so-
won't say anything.
Well, before we do this, we'll have our conversation. We'll be like,
Yeah.
We'll
We'll huddle up.
Yeah, break camp. I
give us
suppose, after the
5
food.
minutes.
Yeah, we'll find a time
Yeah,
Mother
we'll do it now.
Tuss.
while we're packing away and everything.
Yeah, sure.
We'll just, no offense to Dakota or whatever. It's just like, private company meeting.
He's like he nods and he's got his own stuff to like pack up
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Got
things.
fish in his mouth. Like, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I happened to wake up last night and just saw Dukut awake as well in the middle of the night and messing with something in his bag. Something looked gold or just something worth mentioning. That's all.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if that comes back to bite us, but for full transparency, I've made a deal with Dagoot, reference the book, the Orc translation book. I have commissioned him 5 gold to create a copy. I feel this would be the best approach given our minor disagreement, shall we say. Maybe best for everyone in the long run, so perhaps it was good that it happened. In any case, I have hopefully our paths will cross to Bryn Shander over the next 2 weeks, and I can collect the book, and then hopefully we'll be able to, at least maybe one of us, will be able to speak Orc. Probably be good for our journey, I figure.
I've been studying orcs for some time, just out of interest, but just in interest. Also, in the name of honesty, I think I'm going mad.
It's like,
I definitely raised an eyebrow at that.
Okay.
Talk
do
about
you
money and books I
want
don't care
to
about.
elaborate on that, Zufira?
no.
Or is that more of a passing comment?
I just in the name of honesty, I have a voice speaking in my head.
A voice. Any...
He's talking to me right now. It's been
Uh,
going on for a while now.
Okay. And is this voice telepathic in nature? Or... Because, well, like, we can't see anything.
Just need to check something about my history real quick because I'm like just a time scale thing. Like how long ago was this? I figured it out with Phil. Basically, how long would it have taken for me to get to the start of the campaign from the last thing, like a week, I
It was
guess.
a week or so.
Yeah, about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it's been going on for about a week or so now. I thought it was just
I'll
Interesting.
probably say when you say that, I go, was there anything in particular that's happened that caused this change?
yeah. I mean, you're a cleric, maybe you know, because I was around when there was a hunt out near Lonelywood. I was employed. It was a dragon, and I helped, but I tried to stop them from killing this dragon, and I watched him die. This dragon. They thought it was They thought it was the cause of the problems. They thought if they killed this dragon, they would be saved, but they were not. And I tried to explain, but they knew, but they didn't listen. And ever since then, I've been hearing a voice in my head, and it says it is the dragon that I tried to stop, but the dragon died. But it keeps saying that it's trying to help me, that it's here for a purpose, but I'm not sure if is this. Looks at Quinn. Is this something that happens?
Dragons are very, from what I know of them, powerful and magical creatures. There may be some kind of thing connected to it, just outside of my expertise. But when I was not even a cleric, when I was up making a harvest offering to Shante, I received a vision. And that's the first of many visions I've had from my deity. I guess communication isn't unheard of as clerics. I know some clerics who speak and hear back from angels or their deity directly. So it's not unheard of, but a dragon, I do not know. Never heard of that.
I may be able to offer a small amount of insight into this. My my father, Kalazar, he had a very powerful and very good friend, who was also a dragonborn. Now, he had many instances where he was contacted by the All-Father, or so he claimed. But my father actually met a dragon in some realm, I don't know. No idea. But he did tell tales of a dragon who spoke to him telepathically. It seems to be something that dragons are able to do almost inherently through magic. They may have some small connection to what is happening with yourself. But again, I've never met a dragon personally. I've never experienced it. I only know from my father.
That's another point, is that during the battle yesterday, it was shouting at me. He never stops talking, and I think he's given me some kind of power. I thought it was in my head, but I managed to heal myself. It's like magic, but I've never been able to use magic before. But I healed myself.
Interesting.
And there's other things. He's whispering to me about things he wants to help me with, but until last night I didn't think he was real, but I don't know. This is all new to me.
It's certainly interesting. It does
nod seriously. Go, maybe this is the beginning of a bond. I know it's not unheard of for creatures of power to make connections to the living, the mortals.
I mean, you said yourself you tried to save the dragon, so perhaps it's trying to return the favor and helping you.
At least
doesn't seem malicious in any case.
Yeah.
In any way, seems like it's trying to help you. So
that's what he says. He's saying.
Maybe just be careful with that type of power.
Paul?
No.
I listen. Do I?
All of you make a perception check.
Make a perception check.
Just for fun.
I was thinking, can I make a religion check?
Yeah. It would be like wisdom
perception.
based, I expect.
Yeah. My wisdom's
for me
better than my...
Pretty low.
6 for
Let's
Cassius.
see if Quinn hears it. Quinn would be the one to hear it, I think.
Ooh. Damn. That's religion.
That's religion, though. I feel like it'd be religion. Because I'm using my...
I guess as you reach out and you're trying extra hard.
Yeah, I'm stretching out my clerical senses.
It's a 17 on religion check. Folks at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
you
I keep
hear a
forgetting to
voice
read it out.
very quietly just going, I'm trying to help you, Zufira. Just
Ooh.
don't worry about it.
Stay a while.
I think I've like
People
tuned my
seem nice.
radio a little bit. I'm like, oh, it's a different signal here.
Fucking, oh my god.
He's like,
Yeah.
these people seem nice.
Looks very shocked. Like, does it have like a kind of deeper like male voice almost?
Yes, you hear it?
Like, yeah. It was saying that we're nice people.
I like this entity already.
Like,
And you hear a voice saying,
interesting.
nice to meet. And then it just fades out.
Yeah. Say, interesting. Certainly feels like some kind of more powerful being to me, but never experienced a thing like that before.
It's in my head all the time. The last week or so,
Hmm.
it's very talkative. It's tiring.
Say, might be a good way to find a way of giving yourself some time if you can communicate back. Maybe.
Oh no, he hears me. I've spoken to him. I'm trying to ignore him honestly, but I tell him to shut up mostly.
Maybe it's worth trying to disconnect yourself, maybe just for a
Right.
little bit. But it's outside of my expertise, unfortunately.
After
Honestly, I was going to ask if you had any way to separate spirits, but then after last night and these powers, I don't know right now.
Let's say I can turn undead, but this is certainly no undead. I can commune to
Come
like
on now.
my deity, but who knows? Maybe we'll find someone that knows more about this. Maybe
I mean, my
someone
father
who's
would probably
more-
help, but he's all the way in Waterdeep, so probably no help to us.
Hmm.
if only we had one of those like stones you could communicate with.
Okay, this is making me profoundly uncomfortable. Let's
Cass-
go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Before they break off, Cassius is like, "Well, this voice in your head does not seem like it's going to be an issue anyway." But back to the point at hand with Dakut, if he has things,
My eyes glaze over more. It's like, oh, money stuff. I don't really care.
no, I'm more. If he is carrying things in that bag that could potentially be dangerous, I don't care for what it is. But are we safe traveling with him? I mean, he did
I
take
think-
them from the tomb.
I think, if anything, it's better we do travel with him to ensure his safety more than our own. I'm less concerned with our safety, more about his. I would
Didn't fare well in the combat before we arrived.
given
If we didn't
our
arrive when we did, he would be dead.
given our very recent interaction with the other gentleman who appears to have run off, artifacts do have a way of corrupting people. Perhaps
Well,
it was worth a conversation, probably not from me, about maybe, can we check the contents of the bag to ensure his own safety, something like that? I mean, I don't know. I feel like he won't show us anyway, but
There's been strange things going on.
it's
ever
more of a
since
warning.
this
It just,
eternal winter.
knowledge is
Maybe
power
let's
and all that.
just keep this to ourselves so we're aware of it, and if something comes along, we'll deal with it. Maybe don't freak him out.
Maybe
let's-
if you get a chance to get him away from his bag, you could just look, just
I
see
mean,
if you can see what's in there.
always give him a quick tap on the back of the head, knock him out for a little bit.
No,
don't say-
no more
Speaking of
knocking out.
which, what do you think became of our other companion?
I
Honestly,
believe
probably in-
the seals that they let him out towards 10 towns. Although I'm led to believe that is an area, not a town or city. Well, I'm still
I say,
Still learning.
10 towns
Oh, my dear,
is in
yes.
fact not one town. 10 towns is 10 different towns.
It's a cluster.
Oh, as the
of
name suggests, I'm with
settlements.
you.
Mm.
The
So it's more of a
closest one
region.
would be we're close to Dugan's Hole right now, or I believe Dugan's Hole. Good Mead is also pretty close.
Where did he say he was from again? I
Dugan's
forget.
Hole.
Dukut or
No. Dakut
Oh,
was from Bryn Shander.
Yeah, the other guy was
Dugan's
from
Hole,
Dugan's
shithole.
Hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Might as well
Hole.
be called shithole.
Okay.
They,
Well, that's probably where he's
I
heading.
believe, the
Although
touch with the shard and his.
well, we have the shards, right?
reactions.
It's just he was obsessed with the shard.
I believe
Like-
it's more to do with the cult and his belief. I feel like he wasn't in full control of his faculties. He might have been compelled to just run off to the wilderness. He may not even be alive anymore.
I
Well,
doubt
the
he made it so
seals
far.
said that they released him. The wolves released him, cut his binds, and then led him out of the cave towards Ten Trees, but they didn't specify where. But if he is from, he wanted to go back to his home. When we brought him with us, that's where he was headed, his home. So that's obviously where he's headed now. The question is, do we want to chase him down? Or do we want to just, whatever, let him be? I care not for the man, but more so I'm a little bit concerned about his obsession with these shards. He
If he
certainly did not seem himself.
say you're not from around this area,
No.
this is a wider cult. This is a wider problem of people who worship the Frostmaiden. Yeah, they believe.
And
that-
their lives. Sorry.
Yeah, I say they believe that there is power to be had from this. It's a sickness. This is a symptom of the wider problems in the 10 Towns area. I do not wish to track him down. If he's returned to the cult, we are best to keep clear.
I
Very
believe
well.
then it is in our best interest to make haste into whatever town we may go before the day is done.
And their life says it's very suspicious and that we should follow him, but take the advice of a dead dragon at your own
Hmm.
From my
risk.
side, I'm here to stop whatever is causing the damages to whatever's stopping these wagons going through. And it seems like my issue is your issue. So I do not own
I'm
this
not.
land. I am not from around here. I would take your lead. You know this area better than I. So I'm in
I
no
do
position
know.
to lead, but I'll happily follow.
Say,
Feels
well,
like all of us here and all of this happening. I wanted to leave Icewind Dale. I didn't think there was anything I could do to help. I'm not. I don't care so much for the gods, but this all just feels a bit too coincidental, and I don't know about the rest of you, but if there was a way we could find out what's causing all of the problems for Icewind Dale for these last few years, maybe that would be incredible. And it just feels like I've been listening and looking out just as a member of the public for the last few years, and this is the first thing I've heard or seen in all of this time that feels like it could be connected to what's happening. And if we could do something about it.
The greater
No.
good.
like, I am here to fulfill the visions I saw. I shall bring agriculture to 10 Towns and to Icewind Dale as a whole. That is what I'm here to do, and the Frostmaiden stands in my way. Perpetual winter is no way to spread agriculture.
Well,
There's
I
a flaw
have,
in it.
for lack of a better term, I'm here for my own interest and intrigue, and Quite frankly, I respect each one of you. You're all here for your own reasons, but as I'm here trying to find out what is going on, I'm all for this. So let's go forth and discover this mystery.
Let's let the DM actually do what we were meant to be doing this session.
Yeah.
Not just talking about our inter-character plots.
At some point, we have to cement the group and figure out a way to make it work
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
character.
We'll put our hands
yeah.
in the middle.
Just watching Phil be like, "Come on, guys."
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Make
I'm
sure
be
doing
fair, I
the
was-
thing and everything anyway.
I was
no,
just
I
going
mean,
to say as
doing
well,
it.
Yeah.
Funny.
from Amelia's side, this is a perfect way to make a name for herself and step out of the Father's shadow. So she's all for
Hell
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
that's
troubles
not.
are.
We can kill a deity. Yay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Cassius is just not. He doesn't want to be bored. So he's like he wants to help people and do this sort of stuff. So he's all for it. He's like, yeah, let's go figure out what's going on.
Sick.
Right about towards the end of or just as you finish the conversation, Cook comes up to you all and says, Mother Tusk and the two wolves are over there. They're ready to lead us back out to 10 Towns now. So, I mean, I don't think Mother Tusk can get, as far as she thinks she would like to get, but the wolves can certainly show us the right way.
Why knock him out?
So you can see that he has all his clothes up together. He's got the big bag of stuff over his shoulder, and he's all ready to leave.
Roleplay before we go. No, I'm just kidding.
So Mother Tusk has come up to you all, and you can see the two wolves beside her as well. And she goes, these two here will lead you out the correct way. That will take you all the way to 10 Towns. There is a secret cave entrance that should put you out just before 10 Towns, just before, I believe, you two-leggers call it Dugan's Hole.
I nod.
Is
Because I
that
know
right?
it well.
Yeah. So the
Something
cave
like
will lead you out there. I'm going to stay here. We're going to move on from this cave to another big cave system over to the east. We tend to
East
move
Haven?
around every no.
Eh.
We tend to move around every couple of days
That's where I
to
was.
keep our food supplies in check.
Hmm.
So yeah, thank you very much for helping us out. You've done us great deeds.
Is
Well,
this-
thank you
it's
for
been
your
up.
hospitality. It's most likely we would never made out of the avalanche without your help. So thank you.
Is this the part
Hopefully
where,
our paths will cross again.
Thank you.
like,
I nod. Thanks.
we wake up like it's modern day. We're on a fucking bed. We've been in a coma for the last like week. So what the fuck just happened?
Plot twist.
Why was I Mother Tusk?
So the two wolves go past you, and they
them as
they
they go
basically
past.
start leading you out of the
Cool.
tunnels.
Like, good boy, good boy.
You can see Dakut will stay close to you all as well, but will stay like in the middle of you all. If we go over to the maps, we go from this cave system. We go
To a black screen.
to a black screen. We'll go back to the Icewind Dale map itself. You should be able to see the whole map, but your
Oh, bloody hell.
tokens are where the cave leads out.
Oh, there, yeah.
So
The
that
map I
red,
believe
yeah. So that red circle is where the cave leads out. Cave system ends,
So,
and you come out. At the moment, it's still
It's
dark
my
because it
town.
is it's your town. At the moment,
Yay.
it's still dark because it is the morning hours. This would be, let's say, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Odd. So you've got an hour or so before twilight sort of happens. And you would have to make your way. You can pretty much follow red waters around to the left and go around. Um,
Probably leave it to Zufira to sort out, being all rangery.
I am a good navigator.
Yeah, I let you lead the way.
I'll
Okay.
follow behind, I guess.
So
Unlike Greg.
you lead the way, and you start go around. You go around to the river. You get down to it kind of slopes down, and you can see the river in the distance. You can see the lake in the distance, and it's all frozen over, just like the map would say. And you can see the first makings of the little pier in the distance, and the settlement, which is Stuga's Hold, and it's very small, a very small settlement that is.
Right, it's like a hamlet,
It's
isn't
a
it?
village.
Yeah,
It's
it's
more like
really
a
small.
hamlet.
Wait, is
Like-
that where the guy's from? The guy who had the.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first
One who
one, yeah.
ran, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that we got to track down and kill.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's not hard to see, but you can see tracks when you left the cave of the same wolf tracks, and then human tracks just go off towards that town.
They're werewolves.
Yeah, and you've got like
That's all right, I'm a vampire hunter.
you would have like an hour from the cave to the point where you can stand on like a ridge and look down out over the lake itself. Two things that happen as you are walking. When you leave the ridge and you start walking down to the frozen river, the camera pans back from the group, and it goes and it shifts around to the side. It flies forward up into the trees that are behind the cave, and there's just this moment where there is a owlbear that is standing on the edge of the tree line and is looking down at you all.
Bum, bum, bum.
And there is a glint of blue in its eyes, like bright blue. It's almost like the sun catches the eye and you've got that anime sparkle sort of thing that happens like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like the
Jesus
blue
Christ.
sort of tinge in it.
Albert-chan.
Gives a gives a glisten. And then after that small like flash of a scene, the camera pans back down to the point where you're all standing in front of that frozen river, and it looks like there's lots of stepping stone rocks going across the river.
There's also the point where like it's the title screen comes up and it says Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. We've just done the prologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. You've entered the actual game
Feels like
space.
it.
So you're standing in front of the frozen river, and you've just found a part where there are stepping stones to go across. You notice who's leading.
I would be.
You notice then that beside one of the stepping stones on the left-hand side, because the river would be flowing if it was flowing from right to left, that there is a hole next to the third stepping stone.
Okay.
Give me a
hole in the ice.
Give me a tracking roll as well.
Tracking? Do you mean perception or survival?
Perception. What would tracking come under? Survival, would it?
Tracking would be
Survival,
survival. Yeah.
Yeah, do a survival.
22.
Oh, that's fine. You can make out that a single person has gone up to these stones, has tried to make it across, and then slipped and fallen into the water.
Bye, buddy. It was
I'll
nice
just-
knowing you.
dash
is that
over.
Matey
I won't
boy?
say
The,
anything. You just see
cultist.
Zufira dash over and look in the hole.
Give me a dex check first.
Dex check to not slip on the ice.
Yeah.
Is that a check or a saving?
I mean,
throw?
are you standing at the bank and looking over, or are you going across the stones?
I mean, how far out is the hole?
Uh,
You said that the lake's frozen over, right? And then there's like
Yeah.
stepping stones.
Yeah.
And how far out is the hole from the bank?
The hole would be the third stepping stone. So, what would that be?
Why are we crossing a lake?
A couple of meters out, maybe like 10 foot out, 10, 15 foot out, something like that. I think.
Okay, so I know this is probably risky because I thought it wasn't so risky, but I guess instead of just silently running, she'll probably just go, there's tracks leading from here to that hole over there. And she will start to move in that direction carefully and I guess make a dex check, you say?
Yeah.
Check, not save?
Yeah, they're sizable. Like if you're going across the stepping stones,
16.
16, you're fine. They're sizable stones to go over, basically.
I thought
but
Woodford should just run on the ice if it's frozen, right?
it's up to you if you want to run on the ice.
Well,
You've lived here long enough that there's always chances.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could
So
probably
stick to the stone where possible.
Yeah, you can make out that the guy has slipped off the stone and caused an
He's fallen
impact.
through, so yeah.
Yeah.
Severa's probably not as stupid as Greg is to have put that together. So yeah, do I make it to the hole and see if there's anyone
that's
down
fine.
there?
Your feet carry you nimbly, and you manage to get to that stone. As you look down, you can see that there is flowing water. There is a current, but you don't see anything else. You can see you can't see the bottom.
I'll look around because the ice transparent here, or is it pretty hard to see through? I mean,
There would be snow and stuff like that covering. You would
it
have
probably
like
won't
a
be
couple of
possible to see.
inches of like to.
You should just shake your head. Whoever fell down there, they're gone.
Do we know how recent it was, Zufira?
Would I know based on the survival roll, or?
You got pretty high, so you would estimate that this would be. When did he go?
A couple days ago, wasn't it? There you go.
No,
There you
There you
go,
go, wasn't it? It is basically that person. Same time
Rockman.
frame as that.
I guess I would put that together.
You would have gotten high enough roll to
Yeah.
match his previous footsteps
man.
with these footsteps.
Yeah, I
Same-
have feet
same
tell
shape.
me certain things as well, so
Yeah.
all that together, I think I would. I think, yep, that's what I thought would happen. Icewind Dale got him. Icewind Dale got him.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about him becoming a cultist anymore. In the same token, I guess you were right about the older knock him out.
Well, I'm just trying to do what's best for him. Not many people can survive in these parts.
I hold my holy symbol. Say
Clearly.
all we can do is advise. It's up to people to make decisions for themselves. He chose poorly.
You chose poorly.
Drugs and heads back to the bank.
Okay.
He did.
Get back.
Yeah,
Chose
we did what
poorly.
we could. I guess
He
you can't
chose
save
my
everyone.
deity. Yep. Who's the wrong god?
Some people just don't want to be saved.
There's only one true god, Asgaroth. Wait, wrong character.
What?
Wrong character.
Harder.
No, it's about harvesting, man. It's all about
Get out
agriculture.
of here, Varel. It's not your turn.
Turns up on next week's stream with like fucking stuck on wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have returned.
And
Hey, I did him a service though. I brought him back in memory.
So what do you want to do? You would need to get across the river to go to the village over there.
Hang on. Why are we crossing a river? Why aren't we just following the path?
is
There
no
was
path,
never a
isn't it?
path to follow.
It's just like
So, yeah,
animal
we came out of the
track through the
wilderness.
woods.
Oh,
Like,
so
we're not
we-
we're not like on a road or
There's-
anything.
so
there's
the-
no
Yeah,
road.
on the path.
The roads that are on this map, I guess this is not what we're on. Here.
let's
It did
up-
look. It was vague whether it was a
You're-
road
you're-
or a river, but I think it's meant to
Yeah.
be a river.
You're about
Oh
there.
yeah, 'cause it
Yeah,
leads
they're
it-
They are
rivers.
rivers.
Yeah, so Red
Oh,
Waters
they're
is like a
rivers.
lake. So you can see how there's
I
like
thought Red Water was just the bit that was cracked. I didn't realize that was it. Right, I see. Sorry.
Now the
right, I
roads are like the checkered red paths.
Well, basically,
yeah, we're off the beaten path.
Cassius would probably look to the group and say, if we must cross this river, let's find the part of which is the most thinnest, and then potentially try to cross that way. I don't really fancy going for a swim.
Well,
In like the ice?
time is of
or-
the essence.
I'm confused.
Thin as in where the
Like-
river does not get bigger,
Yeah,
but
like-
yet gets smaller.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant to travel on the thin ice. Like that's
No.
not a good plan. A really bad plan.
No, where the river is a smaller part than being
Narrowest.
a wider part. Narrowest. There we go. Words.
Let's see. Well,
I don't think we're going
Make
to
a
get a better
survival
chance
check.
than literally
See where-
pre-placed stones to cross.
I guess.
And
say
I kind of want to end up in a settlement tonight rather than camping in the wilderness, with all
No.
due respect.
there's very few safe places in Icewind Dale. I feel like we may have to travel far to find a bridge or some kind of sturdy structure over the river.
So these stones, do they go from one side to the other?
Yeah, the stepping stones all the way across.
So
It's not
we can
super.
cross it.
You can get across. It's not a super, long crossing or anything.
Anybody have? I guess I say this to the group.
We
I'm
can
like,
continue with 3 members,
oh, I
right?
do. Okay, cool. I guess I say to the group, I'm like, I do have some rope with me. We could tie ourselves
Time to
together.
roll another character.
Let's tie ourselves
Good
together.
idea.
When we cross, if one of us does fall in, the other three can pull us
They
out.
have hemp rope as well.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea. I like that plan.
I don't
Zufira.
suppose anyone has Quinn any maybe frost-based magic or Tender Allieth? No.
Frost is not my area.
No magic here, I'm afraid.
Fire I can make, but
If there were branches, I could swing across with the whip.
He
But
says maybe
unfortunately-
in time. But I guess we tie ourselves together and I can show you all the safest way to cross ice should we fall on. And she shows you
yeah.
to take short steps, kind of almost waddle, just move slowly, and all of the rangery things that she would know.
slow
You
on our ass.
also know that the ice is probably stronger around the stones
Yeah.
because it has something to fuse onto, basically, so it gets stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, again, it's up to you guys if you want to go across the stones or tie your ropes and walk on the ice, but by the stones or whatever.
I
Nice.
think the stones for me.
I think we're gonna go across the stones, but like be tied together anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, just in case if anyone falls in, we could pull the rope.
It's usually the thing when you get tied together. It's like, this is a great idea. Just all get washed out.
Yeah,
Downstream.
party wiped by ice.
yeah.
Look-
We either all go or we don't.
Looking at all these stones, is it a case of we have to hop, or is it easy enough for us to like step one foot after another?
Some stones, like there's a mini hop. Other stones are close together enough just to step.
I mean, I'm
Each-
tiny, so I'm going to be jumping anyway, probably.
Like some of these stones, I
Can I
think the
carry you?
highest one would be about 2 foot off the ice, for instance.
That's 2/3 of my height. It's like...
Don't fall.
Is it possible?
Well,
to
look at the
carry
table.
I should get advantage for being so light and small.
I think
I think you should get
probably know
advantage using the rope.
I am tiny.
Cassius, perhaps you should
you're
go at the back. That way you're. This is not an insult, but you are look the heaviest, and perhaps you can pull us back if.
Hmm.
If something goes awry,
fall in.
yes, I concur.
I am a small creature. I'm
So-
not even
I'll,
a normal-sized creature.
I'll go third, since I'm, well, speed is one of
Right.
my greatest abilities.
Not usual
say?
process order.
All right,
Three up
Quinn,
front,
after
I'm
me.
second. Yeah.
I'm normally
Okay.
second. What are you talking about?
What I'll say is for everybody to make a single dex check, which will encompass getting across the whole thing. If any of you fail, then things will happen.
Dex save or
Do
dex?
we get advantage because of the rope?
Can I get advantage
Not
for
yet.
being tiny and way lighter than everyone else? I only weigh 50
that will
pounds.
factor in a minute.
I've
So
got-
Cassius is fine.
I got a 14.
No problem going across.
It's just.
Zufira is not fine.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's only
20, a
Zufira.
19, a 6, and a 4.
You all did well, except for the people that have really good rank.
The dwarf does
Yeah.
not do so well.
Straight 19.
So what happens there
Crushed
is
it.
you slip like halfway across, and then you misplay. You slip on the stone, and you fall off and hit the ice. Because you've got the rope attached to you, you will have advantage because it will pull and therefore lessen the
I'm
fall
second,
onto the
aren't I,
ice.
behind
Yeah.
you. I have good strength. I have a +2.
Advantage on what? Climbing out?
I would say, yeah. Who are you in the middle? Are you on the end or in the middle of?
I'm at the front. I'm leading.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
behind.
okay. So you're behind.
Yeah.
So I guess she just like tries to step onto one of the stones, and she just goes, "Shush, not now!" And like as she turns, her foot just slips and goes sideways, just right onto the ice. Crack.
Guess I grab the rope in front of me. Let's think around.
Oh, it's hanging
Yeah.
there like this. Like,
Give me for you, Quinn. Give me a strength. Give me a
Just a
strength.
straight one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
straight
not a
one.
saving for anything. Okay.
No.
So I rolled bad because I got a +2 in it. Oh, not bad.
Yeah,
15.
you're okay. You managed to grab her just in time to alleviate enough force away from that impact onto the ice that there is a crack still, but you don't go through.
Nice.
Okay.
You're just like,
Look back to Cassie and say, "You had a good plan."
he just goes, he sticks his thumb up. He's like, good.
Okay, down
Can you
there.
shut up? Not you. Looks at Quinn. Not you.
Quinn looks at.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Lost my footing there. Been a while. Okay, I'll try again. Is that another check or?
do you want to get back
Continue on.
on the stone, or this
Yeah.
happens about halfway across?
Yeah, we'll try to I'll try to get back on the stone and continue the way we were going.
Okay. Well, you managed to get back on the stone. I won't do another check, but you all managed to get across, basically.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then you're all on the other side of the bank. You've still got the rope tied around you guys. So it's, and you can see the town, the village that's off to the right.
So I assume I've been here before. You can tell. Like I must have been here. It's literally
Yeah. Of course you would. It's up to you in
probably
your lifetime.
delivered like ale or something here, or like came
Yeah.
to receive payment from like
Anywhere,
a brewery or
Bryn
something.
Shander, East Haven. Dugan's Hole,
Yeah.
definitely.
I feel like definitely probably like Bryn Shander because it's like the big one, isn't it? Like Dugan's Hole and East Haven. Probably not the ones.
East Haven, yeah.
Yeah, probably not the ones like outside of that area.
Every
I doubt
town.
I've been to like Lonely Wood or like Bremen or something like
don't
that.
I
Take a
presume
break
Dakute's
there.
with us as well, yeah?
Yeah.
I think my chair's
Yeah,
breaking.
yeah, he's still there.
Cool.
Sorry. I think my chair's actually breaking on me. So can we just like take 5?
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is a good place to do the break.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Right.
It's
are you
snapping
doing?
at the back, and I'm like, I'm gonna fall off of it. And I'm
Uh-oh.
like,
That would be great TV though.
It would be
would
great
be.
TV.
Keep going.
Break
But,
time.
Keep it
5 more
rolling, keep it
minutes.
rolling, guys.
Dave, can you just like shake the back of the chair a bit?
Thank you. Away.
Stress test.
yeah, I'm like this. legitimately
You've been
meant to say.
leaning to
Yeah,
the left far
take a
too much
baseball
again.
bat
Oh,
to the base
no,
of the chair.
I was literally leaning on it and it just went.
Yeah,
It
it's
was like,
been
this is not good.
breaking for a long time.
Yeah, like it legit like snapping one of the legs.
Yeah.
It's got like metal and shit coming off.
I've
Oh,
had my
yeah, that
computer
does
chair
look
my
pretty
whole
bad.
life, and it's been sturdy as hell.
Yeah, so yeah,
With
if you don't
that,
mind, we can take a break while I
Yeah.
chair and get a different one.
we'll
Yeah,
be
no
right back.
worries.
Hey, welcome back. And we have just crossed the river. Fortunately, nobody drowned. Nobody was swept away today.
Yay.
All of you are standing on the other side of the bank, still connected by rope, and you can see you've got maybe another hour ahead of you of walking, but there it is in the distance.
Awesome.
Nice.
And Levi has a new chair. Good
Yes,
times.
I didn't break my
I've
neck.
got my actual computer chair. So I sit on the drum stool.
I like how Levi's chair breaks, but Dave's the one who has to sacrifice.
Nah, this drum stool's well comfy.
He's been sitting on that drum stool the entire time, so this was just in the room.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's got a
fair
saddle.
enough.
It's got a saddle seat. I feel like I'm riding a horse.
Nice.
We've just got the chair in front of you, Riker style.
No one else is going to say it. I'm going to say it. Chair enough.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
No, well, no one was going to say that.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And then you
Oh.
change the timeline. We're in the bad timeline now.
Yeah.
That's the point where it changes.
So
Sorry, not sorry.
Map changed.
the map changed.
It
It
did.
Not
brought
straight.
you
It's
on
about one
to
chance to get
Dugan's
back to the
Hole
good timeline.
So this is the little settlement of Dugan's Hole. You can see that you come in, you follow around the lake edge. You are passing by these standing stones.
Oh yeah.
Standing stones.
The crooked
I
stone.
find a little bit
Kind of like
of
Stonehenge, but not.
things.
Yeah, it's one of my ideas.
There's always
from
some
the other
standing stones, and
character.
if you touch them, you die.
Yes, these are a
Well,
ring of
If you touch them, they
monolithic.
become lying stones.
They are very tall monoliths. They are shown exactly like that, and they are called the 20 Stones of Thrun. Thrun. Nobody quite knows why they're there. Some would say maybe a long time ago it was to trap a elemental, or some say it was to do with the giants when the giants used to rule these lands. But yes, they are very ancient stones.
In
Oh,
yeah.
in these. Go on.
I was going to say, because my character doesn't know any of this, I'd probably turn to the group and say, what's with the stones?
Yeah.
And make a history check.
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah.
I'll make one as well.
Ooh, natural
Wow.
20, motherfucker.
Wow.
I was gonna roleplay it. I'll show you in a second how, but
Yeah. I was supposed to see what I'd
Zufira
get anyway.
asks Denderaliath if he knows anything about this.
You will know that
He's old.
there is indeed a powerful elemental that is supposedly trapped inside this circle long ago, and it was put there by the frost giants.
Because it was a natural 20, and Denderaliath is telling me, do I know how long ago?
Oh, this was like back when frost giants back when the
Hundreds or
frost giants
thousands years ago?
I don't quite know the exact time frame of when the frost
Okay.
giants used to rule these parts. But basically then. So probably hundreds or thousands.
Thousands at least.
Yeah, it must be a long time ago.
You kind of see Zufira listening to something for a while, like she's kind of head cocked, but you don't see what she's listening to. She goes, well, according to my draconic friend, this was to trap a frost giant, or rather, an elemental, many years ago.
Oh. Interesting.
This is news to me. I didn't think anyone knew.
An
Huh.
ice elemental? Or
This is a very destructive elemental. Probably along the line. No. Yeah, you're in the north, so probably along the lines of those, like, ice themed.
Yeah.
I wonder if these settlers even know they built a town literally right next to a elemental. That's kind of funny. But still, as long as it doesn't get disturbed, I guess.
I didn't know that, so I'm probably not going crazy. I probably do just have a dead dragon in my head. Not sure if that's better.
Oh, it's useful to know. Could come in very handy.
Not insulting you, Dendaraliath. It's just. Sorry, this is really weird having a conversation with someone you all cannot hear.
I'll say.
Well, that's like most of the folk from around this place.
It's like one destructive elemental is enough at the time. We should focus on our quest, and then something bad happened here. Maybe more research needs to be done, but it is interesting.
Oh, I was just curious. It's I was just expecting we don't know. This is some sort of burial site or something. Turns out a little bit more into it than that. Hey, I love these kind of stories.
All right, we'll go.
Dekut points out that as you start making your way into the village, you can see that it's very small. It's very run down. You can see that there are people. There's the odd person going here and there. There, you can see that somebody like opens the door, looks out, and then closes it again. You can hear banjo music coming from like one of the houses as you walk past, accompanied
Really
by
slow?
Yeah, so I was thinking.
yeah, that's what I got in my head. You can hear that returning, bit more to it, and this sort of thing happens inside one of the houses. A stranger passes you in one of the streets as you're making your way towards the center. You can see that he flicks like an odd crooked smile towards you guys as he passes, but his teeth are like sharpened. It's
Say,
very strange.
would I know what they sacrifice here?
This one, yeah, you would. Let me go back to the
Just
thing.
trying to remember.
This one is warmth.
Okay, it's the same as
So
me.
every where is it? Every new moon, they throw open their windows, they throw open their doors, they let the cold in, and they embrace the cold. They do not light or cook any fires. They
Yeah.
don't, no fireplaces are lit, no hearths, cooking things are heated. They literally embrace the cold. You'll often find most families, just huddle together.
That's cool, yeah. So it's not
Um,
one of the ones that's super
no.
dark. That's okay.
As you walk over to where would it be? Yeah, about here. So you're on like this dock area.
Oh, yeah.
This like wooden gangplank sort of thing for the docks, and this is the main speaker's house. And you can see above the door. Let me stop for them. Where is it? You can see above the door. There is. You should be able to see this handout, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
That is the crest.
Fish.
Fish, yeah.
Fish.
There's heraldry. They're heraldry, basically. A grey pillar-like monolith set against a sky blue field above a crossed silver fish. their scaly bodies forming an X with their heads and upper left and upper right. The monolith signifies local mystery. The white fish represents the bounty of red waters, i.e., they probably fish the knuckle-headed trout in these waters.
Oh yeah, it's a safe bet.
Dekut stands there for a second, looks around and says, I know a place that is probably open, and it's the only place in town where you might find a drink. I hear that they do good mead there, and hopefully they've got some in. So we should probably go there for a little bit of a rest.
Yeah,
Perfect. Lead on, Dekut.
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting. A
Oh,
connoisseur
my.
of mead, are we, sir? Ma'am?
Hey.
Say, I'm more than a connoisseur. I work in the brewery.
I'm a mead
in
maker.
Good mead.
Ah.
A mead
I've
maker and a
spent
weed
many
whacker.
years making and brewing mead.
Good in the billabong.
You also point out as you walk through the town where we saw the speaker's house, I'd say like, oh, this is like the speaker's house. Like each town
yeah,
is
yeah,
a
no.
speaker who is like the mayor of like the town that's elected, just for like Amelia's benefit and stuff like that. The outsiders.
You should rob
From
that
a
house.
Perspective of someone doesn't know anything about the warmth sacrifice thing, is it like really obvious? Because obviously, when you normally go into a town, you normally see like braziers and things in and around
Only
around
on
town.
It's only on
It's
the
not a new moon, is it?
moon.
Oh,
Once a
so
month
right.
on the new moon.
Yeah, so it's 1 day a month they do it.
Yeah.
It's the same as like my town. So if
Yeah,
it
they'd
was
be
coming
dead if
up
they did
to
it
a
every
new
day.
moon, yeah, if it's coming up to a new moon, I'd mention it to you just so you don't do a faux pas. And like, like to
Okay,
do
so
it,
it's,
like,
as far as we're
no.
concerned, it's all
Oh,
kind of normal.
Yeah, I
I'll
haven't
give you a
mentioned
heads
it
up
to
the
you
day
yet.
before it
Yeah.
happens. So
Okay,
Yeah, I haven't
cool.
mentioned it to you
I
yet.
hope we're not in the place where the sacrifice is.
Mainly
because
because like I fundamentally
Apple.
disagree with all this stuff because I don't want to appease the Frostmaiden. I'm all about like no,
Yeah,
just giving it more power.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm with you.
So
Cool.
as you walk up to you make your way over to what is known as what have I named it? The Crooked Stall. You
Nice.
can see, you can see on the little, when those pubs have their little plaques on the hanging thing
Oh
outside
yeah,
the
the
door. You can see
yawning.
you can see like a slapdash painted brown store on like a bit of wood essentially, and that's like nailed into the top of the archway as you walk in. Um, this is a very You've been to better establishments. This is a very grotty um, establishment. This is literally like somebody's house that they've thrown a makeshift bar in the corner. Um, they've got like one or two kegs behind them, and there is about three little tables, like the bar stool table type things, and then a load of bar stools scattered out. And you can see as you walk in, there are three people huddled in the corner. They each have a tankard with them as well, and they're just like drinking there. And then there's another what are they called, like floating table thingy majuice. And then there's another one as well, and then you've got the bar. There are a set of stairs behind the bar which lead up, and you could probably guess that's their actual house quarters kind of thing. It's dank, it's dusty, it's not well looked after, it's certainly drafty. There's only one window and the main door. The window is a like wooden sort of thing that opens and closes, and there's a latch over it, like two panels that open probably outwards and then close. Um, Yeah, and there's a man just like fiddling with a couple of tankards, and there's like a small row of tankards, about 5 of them on hooks above his bar. That is like stabbed into the wall on one of those like main beams across.
So I feel like I know the barman.
His name is Eddie Smallwick. He is an odd fellow.
Eddie.
Eddie Smallwick is an odd fellow with an odd-sounding voice, and he has pointed ears.
And a small wick.
Yeah, he's getting on. He's getting on in years. He
I
is.
feel like maybe I've like delivered stuff to him in the past, or
Yeah,
maybe I just know him like in passing, but probably not like
So
close.
you said what was his name? Eddie Small Prick Wick.
Smallwick. Yeah.
I
Wow.
can't tell if that was
Um,
a slip or did you mean to do that?
is it Eddie as an EDDY or Eddie's as in
I just put EDD. Like you could put Y on it. Yeah, Eddie.
Eddie.
yeah. Well,
I
Eddie
imagine
for
in
the money.
Dubin's Hole, he's not the kind of guy to care if you spell it. You're like, do you
Yeah.
spell that name with an IE or a Y?
I thought
Yeah,
he
it's
said
not- not really
Eddie's
smart.
Smallwick to start
I mean,
with.
we had banjos as we came in. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think they do a lot of literacy around there.
Pretty much.
Right?
This is your backwater place of a village.
Yeah.
The lowest of the low.
He probably just has like his sign that he uses as like his name anyway.
Yeah.
Like his
Exactly.
not his sign, his mark.
Yeah.
He looks up and he says, "Gosh, close the door after you. And come over and have yourself a drink."
Mum, is that
Hey.
you?
It's nice to see you again, Eddie. As I walk in.
He's like, Do I know you?"
Like, I work in Goodmead, in the brewery.
"Oh yes, you're the guy that brought the mead over. I do
No,
remember that."
For God's
That was-
sake, he's not a guy.
Oh, you're the woman that brought the mead over to you.
Yeah. I see.
He clearly doesn't
Aye.
know her very well.
No.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, that guy.
I'm just a
Go,
very
lady,
hench
man.
child that delivers all the ale.
Yeah.
Halfling gal.
I
Oh,
think
so
his
what?
name's Quinn? Quan?
Quinn.
Quanchi?
Quinton.
Con for me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Quinlan?
What can I get for you then? Do you
Vinland?
want anything to drink?
Do you have any good mead ale?
We've got 1 barrel left.
Say,
We're
wow.
halfway. You have some of that if
Friends,
you want.
this is time for you to taste the labours of my work.
I like how he sounds drunk. The barman literally sounds like, "Oh, fucking hell, man, you want some? Oh, he's a fucking
I
hell.
tell you what you should do.
You, what? There's fucking 5 of you now."
Amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, I ordered some good mead ale.
Oh, drop 3 silver.
Oh yeah, cool, no
It's good
worries.
stuff.
Oh,
Keep track of the monies.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, he breaks
I don't
breaks
drink.
down the mugs and he puts them down. Is that all of you then? All 4 of you?
5. Well, what's his face gone?
Yeah.
Oh
we've
yeah, there's
got,
5. Dakut is there as well, so 5.
Zufira just slides hers over to Dakut.
Right.
Don't drink.
Hey, Sophia, this is divine. This is what I make. Please, taste. Taste the mead.
I'll try a bit. Not a fan.
2 hours later. Well, let me tell you what this dragon.
Take 1 sip.
The
1
dragon
pint.
gets drunk as well. Like the
Yeah.
points of your head get drunk.
to
I
take
know
a
a
sip.
thing, dragon.
Is it good?
Better
Dave?
be good.
Roll for it.
We
Roll.
got me.
Roll
What
for
do I
taste
roll
buds.
for this?
Did you make this?
Survival?
As much as it's like in
Medicine?
my brewery, so I like did the hops or something, or added the honey and blah blah blah.
Just describe something we know from life. That's
Yeah,
all right. It
because
tastes like
it's
bee
season.
sting. Oh, there you go. Why
Yeah.
not? Why not? Okay.
What
So
would I roll for this?
So this have you ever had bee sting?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Oh,
So it's like
medicine. I wrote the test. I don't know. That's something to do with cooking. I was like, medicine?
Get
honey
Greg to
mead.
roll
Do you
Constitution.
have cooking tools or brewer's
No, we're
tools?
Cooking
not,
is
not as like a proficiency.
What? You don't have brewer's tools?
What'd you get anyway?
I got a
That's the
10
thing.
for medicine, but I don't think that's the correct.
No, just get Greg to roll Constitution. See how he settles in his
No,
stuff.
he wants to know how good it tastes.
He only takes like one sip,
Yeah, it's fine.
Mead.
I mean, it
and then
tastes
she
good.
slides it over to Dakut. She's
Like
just
it's mead.
It's good. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
The bartender like nods at you.
Zufira
Yeah.
doesn't mention it, because dwarves have the best ale.
Whoa. Whoa.
I mean, you're both small
Yeah.
people to me.
Bring Quinn to meet her
halfling.
family, and they'll have an ale off. I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
Bartender's like,
Eddie-
I'm a halfling. We're all about food and indulging. It's like,
Treants.
yeah, I come from a long line of people working in taverns and bars and in like the first ship of innkeepers. I know my stuff.
bartender's like, well, that's good then. Put airs on your chest, that will. It's good stuff. So you want to pull up some chairs over there? You can go and have a sit down. Get out of the cold.
She?
Do you have anything non-alcoholic like water or berry juice?
We got
Snap
water, yeah. Just clean water we got from the river. Yeah, got some ice, like ice water if you want that as well.
Not the ice you can keep.
I had
Just
enough
water.
I had enough of ice. I can sort of see that all in your furs and whatnot. So,
Brushing the ice, the snow off your shoulders.
Yeah.
You know what? You finally found your calling in life to do weird voices for characters in D&D. I'll give you that.
been doing this for years.
Explains a lot.
So
The Shirley Temple. No,
it's
out of
like
character joke.
I
Hard to say.
I got a bit of moonshine out the back.
Look, absolutely disgusted by the idea of moonshine.
Just
Yeah.
potatoes in it.
I'll
Just whatever you
pass.
have.
You'll
I'm
pass.
gonna go sit down on
Just
the table.
water or anything non-alcoholic,
Oh,
please.
it's all right. I'll knock you up something good. And he goes out of sight somewhere out back.
It was like a mysterious yellow liquid.
Mhm.
Hey, why is it steaming?
And he comes back and he puts it down in front of you. It is basically a hot boiled bit of water that he got out of like a kettle. Looks like water, smells like water.
In a mug or a glass?
In a tankard still.
I
They
definitely
don't have
get
tankards
glass
here.
here.
No,
Thank you.
They're all about tankards.
Very
Metal
kind.
dinged
Very-
tankards. Yeah, have some of that. That'll be good. Now come sit down. And put your feet up.
Oh, we will.
Ow, my tongue.
I try some of Quinn's mead. I'm like, you know what, Quinn? This is actually really good. It's been a
you.
while since I've had alcohol, and yeah, this is good.
Oh,
I needed that.
Yeah.
After all this
Yeah.
ice, it's nice to have something more refined.
Nod to Amelia. I was like, yeah, you get it. Life is all about the little simple pleasures in life.
It's about
You
the
can't
finer
relax with a tankard of mead, then is life worth living?
things. Wow. It is, but I definitely appreciate the finer things.
So
And this is definitely one of the finer things.
so you got your drinks.
Yeah.
And for a time you go and you sit on your bar stools around one of the tables and you enjoy the drinks. Two things. You can start to hear there are three people in the corner talking amongst themselves, and this is what you overhear. So one of them says, "Don't know how many, but wolves are big as horses," says one of the small says one of the locals with small misshapen ears. Another one chimes in and says, "They know words and got a mighty vocabulary. They know words and got a mighty vocabulary," says another with pointed ears. There's the third says, "By Frun's stones they caught fair Sil and her lovely brother Finn the other day," says a third, "who bears more than a passing resemblance to the other two."
Brothers.
And then another one, the first one speaks up again, and this is that one speaks up again. The first one who speaks up and says, who looks like their sister, says, "Downwinter wolves say they ain't given them back till the town caught up a king's ransom in food and gold. This town barely earns enough to feed itself, and there ain't no gold. Ain't no one allowed to leave town, then wolves vow to kill anyone who tries." So that is what you overhear.
At this, having spent time with talking animals, Cassius, being quite interested, gets up from his seat, walks over to the room, like hood still up and all that.
Yeah.
And he says to them, he's like, "I couldn't help but overhear your loud conversation about some talking wolves and gold and food or something. I was just wondering what's this about. I'm just curious. Is all.
Have you not heard? Where have you
No.
been?
I'm new here. Unfortunately, I've only just arrived."
Unfortunately.
They all kind of like squint at you, and then the female pipes up and says, "Yeah, there are two really big wolves that have been terrorizing this village of ours.
Hmm.
They've been getting more and more bold and demanding food and gold for their uh, for their for their master, their frost giant. I believe it was a frost giant. One of them said. They keep on skirting the outskirts of the village so that nobody can get out or in or send for help. We had one of our folk try to make a run for it, but we never heard from him again.
Interesting.
Whereabouts are they usually sighted in this town?
They're just all around.
Hmm.
They they come and go.
Okay, Cassius nods. He's like, "Okay." He said, "Thank you for the information." Turns around, comes back to the rest of the group, and he's like, "Turns out that this town is being plagued by a couple of talking wolves. Apparently, they are demanding food and gold and for a frost giant master. I'm not sure about the frost giant part, but we've obviously encountered talking animals, which makes me believe maybe this is something we should look into. Apparently, no one can leave or get in or out within the town, village, and
Well, if nobody can leave the village and we weren't attacked on our way in, I feel like we may have to cross this bridge anyway if we plan to leave and move on to a different town or settlement.
well,
I mean, it should be easy enough to find them. We just have to leave, and I imagine they'll find us in that case.
That's
I'm
true.
all for dealing with this now, to be honest. But if it's nighttime, it's more likely
maybe
they're
tomorrow.
villagers, right?
I'd be willing
It's
to
midday
tomorrow.
at the moment.
No,
It's
midday.
About 12
midday.
o'clock. Yeah.
I say might be
maybe.
worth going. Might be worth
I like
going
ours.
to talk to the speaker.
Yes,
See what they know about
good
this.
suggestion.
That's all
By the
well and
way-
good. I definitely want some food first, and I call over Matey Boy from behind the bar.
We're going to help this village. It would be good to get paid for it.
Also, more information. the speaker might know more than these townspeople.
This pub's got heat, as in like it's going to be warmer in here, and it like
Yeah,
it's
it's
a-
only one
Oh,
day.
yeah, of
It's
course
only
it is.
one
Anything's
night.
warmer.
so
Yeah, it's only one night a month where
Yeah.
like we sacrifice wolves.
so just if we sat down just for a bit of flavour, this is probably the first time I would have taken off like the cloak, and so you would have
Yeah.
seen what my stuff is underneath.
Yeah.
Which is just like like when he sits down, you probably notice like he's got like this chain mail on with like a sprayed on, it's not sprayed, sorry, painted on, like
Paint chainmail. It's just a normal t-shirt.
no, he's got like a logo put on it. And then underneath it is like a white tunic, or what probably white for the most part, but not so much towards the ground where it's done it. But you probably also notice on his left arm, he's got like this writing, like elvish writing down his left arm as well. And so like, you actually see him look like to you guys. I obviously look probably more elvish than I do human, but to elves I look more human. But yeah, you just see this like long white tunic underneath, and then on the chainmail.
No, I can't speak Elvish.
So the symbol is like a kite shield and like a wizard spell book, like kind of drawn onto the chainmail and stuff. So, but he doesn't draw attention to it. It's just as I'm sitting down and I'm taking that off, I'm sat there drinking, and you can see this detail of me, my little white goatee, little blonde goatee, sorry, and like you just get a better look out of what I look like, because for the most part I've had the cloak on and mostly my face is kind of like.
Do you think we would have like caught glimpses of you by now the last couple of days of like your ears, or would this probably be the first time?
I've already revealed the fact that I'm a half elf to you guys back when we first got to the cave.
Yeah.
So you know that I'm a half elf, but this is the first time like you've seen anything other than like maybe me just pulling things in and out of the cloak. I've got chainmail on because you can hear it, and I probably said, but like
Zufira probably keeps her hood up indoors.
Yeah, like
she's that kind of person.
He probably normally would, but because of the company where he's in, he feels safe. If he was traveling alone, he probably would keep it up and all that.
Yeah,
but,
I definitely take my clothes off.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, it's a bit warm, I can actually like, let dry this off.
Yeah,
be walking around in it. But
even like in this warm thing, it's still freezing for Amelia, so absolutely not.
Yeah, it's chilly.
I've got acclimatized over the last few months, so.
I would ask for a hearty meal as well, by the way. However much that will set me
It
back.
isn't so much as hearty meal. It's more like bread and
fishes,
like potatoes.
That's hearty compared to what we've been having in rations. So
yeah,
it's the ridiculously basic basics. You still have to pay. If you're doing that much, just drop like another 3 silver, I suppose.
Yeah,
3 silver. Would it cost me anything for the water, for the warm water?
No, it's a generous soul.
If you really want to go into copper at that point, other than like, don't worry about it.
Sure. 3 silver.
So as I'm eating food, I'll be like, let's it's midday, so let's see if we can take care of this wolf problem. You mentioned the speaker. Who's the speaker? Is this like the mayor, like I don't know, town leader or something?
Yeah, the mayor.
Yeah, I'd explain like how 10 Towns works.
Yeah.
I must know the speaker of this town. What's their name?
Dumut. It's almost like Dakut, but it's D-O. I'll copy and paste it. Hold on.
Yeah. When I say like it's speaker Dakut, then
who's Dugan and why is it his hole?
I mean, that's more mysterious than the 20 stones.
Roll a history check.
And you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edgar Dermot.
It is a human.
Yeah, so I passed this on to Amelia. So, the speaker is Edgar Dumont. He lives in the main house that we saw with the coat of arms. I'd suggest that we go and speak to him.
Whoops.
Sure.
It's a she. Yeah.
Everyone's a bloke in this world, apparently, according to you lot.
I think Edgar. Didn't think I was a female name. That's bad.
Well, it's Edgar would be, but Edgar.
She's
would be the female version.
Nancy.
You know that she barely attends the council meeting as well.
Hmm.
She seldom attends the council meeting. So yeah, she doesn't really like to go that much by the looks of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, you can go and knock on her door if you so choose.
Yeah. We finish our meal and head over. Got to still be like
Trapper, eh?
afternoon time.
Twapper.
A fellow wilds folk. This is a good campaign to be like a ranger or a druid, I think.
The whole region is.
Yeah.
Lots of wild folk and
Whereas I'm
animals.
just trying to bring civilization here.
Da 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 da.
You can try.
Denounce.
Okay. So you go over and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head out into the cold once more. You can see that it's, the wind's picking up a bit. And you give a knock on the door, and then there is a beat, and the door opens, and there is again an older looking woman getting on in her years, opens the door halfway, and she goes, "Yes, what is it?"
This, I recognize this as Dumont, or is this like a servant or something?
That's her. She pretty much lives there
Okay.
on her own.
Yeah. I say, sorry to bother you, speaker. I'm from Goodmead. We hear there's a problem with the wolves. We were wondering if you could have more information about them, as we might encounter them returning to Goodmead.
Oh, that problem. Yeah, sure. I haven't got much time, but come in out of the cold.
Cool.
And she like ushers you in,
Sweet. Yeah, going.
and you
follow.
all
Yeah.
gather in.
I'm enjoying the decor.
This place is like the best like house in
Got
the
fucking
place.
plants in here.
Yeah, there's a couple of potted plants. Why not? But this is more like upkept compared to the other like shanty housey kind of
Oh,
houses
yeah.
You
around.
got a maid or some shit.
Yeah, there's like a little servant-y. You see like a servant girl go past like one of the doors in there, that kind of thing. And she says,
Wave. Like, hello.
"So you're asking
Servant.
about the two that were captured and taken, I presume."
Yeah, I nod. Yes. Do you know much about their whereabouts or their safety?
As far as the wolves said, and I think they're already gone. To be honest, this happened 2 or 3 days ago.
Hmm.
Um, they said that the wolves, like, they wanted a ransom for them. These wolves have been these frost wolves. I think they have been harassing our village for a few weeks now, and they've gotten more and more bold, and they actually captured uh, two people and took them off. I believe there is a frost giant that lives out there. Go by the name of Garagay. Gar. You guys have a go at pronouncing this word.
Garagai.
Garagay. Yeah, that's it.
Man, I really
Garagay.
don't miss having to do all the spelling, pronunciation stuff. I'm so
Garagay.
bad at it.
He has like a big. Imagine it as like a giant igloo out there in the tundra. I don't. I mean, nobody can deal with this. I don't know how you would ever get them back. I don't have the resources nor the money or food to pay off this kind of ransom that they're asking.
What is the ransom?
Just the king's worth of food and gold, more than this town can put together. In fact, I think it would ruin ruin us all if we were to gather up that much. We barely make enough to feed ourselves.
They give
Interesting.
indication into a king's worth? I mean, it's kind of vague.
I know. Well, I'm surprised that they could even talk.
Hmm.
It's going to be everything that we have. I
Yeah.
can't do that.
So
I
the
think
wolves, I think we could deal with. The frost giant, perhaps not.
I've not faced a frost giant, but I hear stories about them.
we could always talk to him. Maybe he's quite the respectable fellow.
Um,
I don't
Took
think.
him by surprise.
as you
Hmm.
think, for those of you that have lived here already, do a
Oh,
history check.
Oh no.
Yep. History is natural 20 again.
Well,
You've been here enough.
Damn.
I got a 9.
You'll know
By
that
the way,
the frost
I have a
giants.
few hacks.
You'll know that the frost giants died out ages ago. So it's very, very, very unlikely that there is one around. You get that little tidbit of
And
insight,
Dereliath is
basically.
whispering this in my ear,
Yeah.
Say,
and I'm
you know a
noting it
lot
as I
about
listen to the
history.
conversation.
All right.
I say to Dormut, I say, if we deal with these wolves and investigate further with this frost giant, would you be willing to give us a place to stay for free?
We might be able to put something together, but it's difficult to. You might be. She points to like the loft upstairs, and it's like if you really want it, there's a small space in the loft. Uh, Conditions around here aren't great, as you've seen already.
I believe that any hospitality is better than sleeping outside, so I feel we come to a mutual agreement, benefit both parties. We deal with your wolf problem, and we no longer have to sleep outside.
Yeah, if we deal with this, would there be a small exchange of gold, perhaps,
Compensation.
as well, to sweeten the pot?
No.
This is quite the.
I don't have anything to give you.
Wow.
That's why I asked for shelter, because I was like, this is
Yeah.
going to be the only thing we can get.
She's
Very
like,
well.
you'll be doing this off of your own back. I can't send my men out to die. I only have so many.
A place to stay is better than sleeping outside, and I
I
think that is
will
fair trade.
I will be surprised that you all return at all if you manage to pull this off. Let alone if the brother and sister are even alive after all these days.
Kind of just nod when she says that. I go, it is up to my deity, whether I live or die. I am but a servant.
And
Speak for
making
yourself.
brew too.
Well, I'll try not to let you die, Quinn, as well.
Oh, I have no wish to, but I see the world from a higher point of view.
Well, then that settles it. Let's just go find some wolves.
Zufira doesn't make a comment about the height. I see the world from a higher point of view.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping someone would say that.
Um,
It's a
as
bit like
you
I carry 3 times my body weight. Am I
as you make
starting
your
it?
way out, do you have any more questions or anything?
No, I think that's everything.
Okay. As you make your way out of the building, a woman who looks like she's she looks like she's quite distressed. There are tears streaming down her eyes, like power walks up to the door and then impatiently waits for you all to get out of the way. And the minute the last one is out the way, she almost like shoulder barging out of whoever's the last one out of the way, and then like sobs and goes inside.
Interesting.
This is not our problem right now, but we
Is-
did
And she looks
inquire.
like she's a shorter woman, black hair, that sort of thing. She's wrapped up all in the everyone is like in their winter clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So balaclavas.
Yeah, all the things.
It cold.
It's windy out as well. So
Yeah. I'm used to awful things happening around here. It's kind of like, oh yeah, someone else's husband's fell into the lake or something. Like,
Yeah, it's like we got more pressing matters right now.
yeah,
Unfortunately, not to be heartless, but
bad stuff happens here.
we're trying to help out this village right now. So I guess I say to the rest of them, it's like, so we need to try and find these wolves, and let's walk off in a direction out of town, village.
I say, I recommend going towards Goodmead. Do I know how long the walk could be to Goodmead? Like, I can't remember what it is on the.
I was working this out earlier with travel distances.
I'm pretty sure I saw a map. That was
2
like,
hours.
6 mile long snow covered path connects Dugan's
4
Hole
hours.
to the neighboring town of Goodmead. 6 mile long. Yeah, I did post up a map that gave
Yeah,
you
Yeah, it
the
says
hours.
4 hours on this map.
Yeah, there you
I
go. 4
believe
hours.
it says 2 is orange, but I think that's a different orange. It's kind of vague, but this one looks like the 4-hour yellow.
yeah. Yeah, so I know we could
yeah.
probably do it this
And I think I could
afternoon.
halve that with my with being a ranger in the Arctic.
Well,
For the
it's not like we
viewers,
can, like, go.
for the
We can
viewers
do-
out there, I literally went online and found a map where somebody, and multiple people have done this by now, have worked out the time per kilometers to each of the towns. It
I
helps
guess,
a lot finding those.
yeah. So I say to people, I say, Goodmead's only about a 4-hour walk in that direction. So I like point over that way and go, we should head in that direction. And if we
Sure.
do make it to Goodmead, unprovoked, then we can always stay at my house tonight.
Sure. I say to the cute. Perhaps best to sit this one out in the tavern, my friend. This one could get quite dangerous, and I'd rather not have you, attacked before our deal is concluded. So
Try and knock him
could
out.
be a good opportunity for you to make a
I
start.
am up in the tavern.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Eddie, keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
looks at you
Oh,
and is
baby.
like nods and says, "Yes, I'm obviously I'm not the fighting sort, so I shall go to the tavern and I'll sit down and make a start on the book."
Have you ever seen
Actually.
Deliverance?
Thank you, to cute.
I can't really
And
grab
then-
his bag and be like, we need this. I shake everything out and take it with us. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we crack on then. To,
Yeah.
You can-
to Goodmead.
You can hear Dakut walk away, and under his breath, he's like, "Wait a minute, I need to find another book. I need to find a black book from somewhere. It's got
As
spare
I
paper."
hear that, actually, I'll roll a perception to see if I heard him.
Yeah.
Perception.
I wonder if that was there a
13.
listening skill? I can't remember. No, it's not high enough. Yeah, you don't hear that.
I don't hear
You're
that.
more. You
Okay.
don't hear that. You're more preoccupied.
Fair enough.
He's probably got spare paper that he can start, putting a
Yeah.
book
Got
together.
some
or something.
papyrus, you know?
Irish, yeah. So you start walking out of town towards Goodmead, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't take you long before you find the road to Goodmead. That's easy enough. And then, what seems like 10 minutes already out of the town, out of the village, you are stopped by a wolf. And this is a winter wolf, so it's like the biggest wolves you've ever seen, if not bigger than that, because you've seen big wild wolves, but these are like much bigger than that. They're like Game of Thrones sort of bigness wolves.
Size of like a horse, then, are we talking?
Not that big, but they're much bigger than you guys.
Yeah, okay.
They're like a very small pony size.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
They are massive. And there is one wolf, and it comes out the side, out of the brush, and it limps towards you. And
Oh no,
where's my notes?
he's got a gun in his hand.
Oh, God. and it limps.
Fourth leg
Limps
is
towards
just a
you.
gun. That's why he's limping.
Yeah,
Um,
hung like a moose.
And then they had a gun leg. That's why he was walking with the stiff leg.
okay,
Bruh, someone saw my leg, bruh.
and the wolf says, it says like stop right there, and growls at you, and you can see like these trails of very cold breath coming out of its mouth.
Actually, I'm probably not the best person to talk to this, but if no one else is going to, I will.
I mean, I can.
Yes.
But
Go ahead.
say, I assume you are the wolf that is plaguing this town, or one of them.
I am.
And say, are the people you took captive still alive?
They should be, but not for long.
What guarantee do we have of this?
Well, have you got the golden food?
Yes.
I'm really bad at charisma.
I've got a good charisma. I could lie to him if you
I'm
want.
like, I want to lie, but like, I don't really lie.
Do you want me to? I can try lying.
Yeah, you can just take over.
I just say to him, we have the golden gold and food in the village, but without seeing these people being alive first, then you will not receive anything.
There's like a low growl, and then it is a male wolf. Says, "That's not how this works. You need to bring the gold with you, and we'll take you to our master." How did I say it?
Gargi.
Garagai.
Garagai.
Garagai. Well, if he doesn't
Go
get
on,
if he
Levi.
doesn't get the golden food, then he's going to probably skin the two alive.
Where is Garagai?
Road
I would much like
deception.
to
Road
talk to
deception.
this.
Oh well, if you want.
Road deception or something.
I'm trying to think out of character. Like, if this wolf isn't going to budge, I'm half tempted to attack it, but I'm also wondering if that's the worst possible thing to do.
I mean, I was thinking just attacking it. I don't think these two people are still alive.
Yeah. I also don't believe they have a master.
Like,
They can talk.
Quentin's kind of ready to throw down, but like, last time she killed a bunch of animals, everyone got really arsed.
No, they were asleep.
I'm kind of just like waiting
Yeah.
for someone else to take the lead. I'm like, well, last time I just tried to attack an unarmed animal.
If nobody else wants to talk, I'm quite happy to just attack this thing. But
I was going to say something. I would have said probably take us to your master and let us have a conversation.
a persuasion, I hear.
Like thinks for a second and goes,
Persuasion.
"Fine, fine, follow me then."
Oh,
Ooh.
I
that
follow.
went better.
Gonna be just 4 wolves in a trench coat, isn't it?
Yeah,
am the
when he
giant.
turns around, I knock him out. And hit him.
Fucking Colbo's in a
Tie him
trench
up,
coat,
take him
innit?
to the inn.
As we're
Okay.
walking behind this
So-
wolf,
Hmm.
I will,
All tied up with nice lines.
with the wolf ahead, I will quietly whisper to the others. I'll bring them in and just say, "This Garagai, he's not a frost giant. At least not according to my friend. Frost giants been gone for years, so just know that."
I think
I
there's
nod.
an opportunity here. All we need to know is where they are. If we can, this wolf can lead us close enough. I think we can take the wolf out, and then we can scope the place out. What I don't really want to do is end up being ambushed by 3 or 4 wolves and whatever this Gara guy happens to be. Food for
Cassius
thought.
literally
agree.
says to him, I think this wolf is leading us to a trap. I'm ready.
Which is why we should take him out. I just think we should just follow him for a little bit and then take him out.
As soon as
Wait
we've
until we-
seen this. Oh, yeah, sorry.
we see how far. I mean, while
We just
I'm
need a
having this
direction,
conversation, I'll
really.
think to myself and quickly like, can I just quickly scan the ground for tracks, see if this is commonly walked this way?
This is, yeah, because you've gone the main road, but
Need a check.
they'll lead you off the main road and like into
The
wilderness kind of territory, like going northwest. Yeah, northwest.
Okay. I kind of say to
When-
Zufira, I'm like, we just need to know the direction. I'm pretty sure we're going in the right direction. You take the first shot and we'll follow.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
no
Knowing that you're a
time where,
bowman
like-
or bowmaster, bow lady. Is it bowmaster? For male, female? I don't know.
Bowmaster, yeah, probably.
It's, yeah.
Bowmistress.
Yeah, there's no time. I've just been kind of like having my hands on like my belt,
Sure.
it's like near my battle axe, just like this is all
Let the
gonna
wolf
go
say what he was
bad.
going to say.
I just want to do a
Whatever
thing.
you were going to do.
So as a series of events will happen.
Sure.
As you are
Well,
walking.
we don't want to let him get all the way there, basically. Or
Yeah,
just
no.
walk for a little short bit.
So as you're walking, oh god, where is it? Yeah, you follow the wolf. The wolf is in front of you all, and it turns back around every so often. What would be better if I just bring up one of the character sheets?
So we should ride the wolf. Like tame it.
Bear with me, because
Yeah,
I'm
animal
trying to.
handling.
Yeah.
No, not that. I'm trying to figure out what
It's a noob mount.
thing it is.
Very
Okay.
coat mount.
Polar
Well, I
bear's a
need
good
to
starter mount, but
bring
ice
up an
dragon's where it's at.
actual,
Brown bear.
Thing.
Like, brown
Yeah.
bear.
Especially the ones that can talk in your head.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, if we level up.
Oh, okay. Okay, so all of you, I failed so badly. All of you can see and hear a second wolf trailing to the side and on the right. It's trying to be stealthy, but just failing.
Alright.
Okay.
Do we see this, yeah?
Yeah, your passive perception manages to
I
basically.
just call it
go
out.
and
I
see
just
what's
say,
going.
no point trying to sneak up on us, wolf. We can see you there. Make yourself known, or this will not end well for either of you.
It runs out. You can see it just like turns. It runs out. It does like a big growl bark at you all, and then it runs and like catches up and starts walking alongside its
Yeah.
counterpart.
Yeah.
Nice and close
And
together so I can cast sleep.
you can hear this. Yeah, you can hear this small back and forth bickering of
Yeah.
like, you're supposed to play it like this. You're supposed to be the bad wolf. No, that's not. You're supposed to be the good wolf.
While they're
I'm the
doing
bad
this, I'm
wolf.
drawing.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
see that the limp the first wolf had,
It's fake.
it switches legs. And there's
Okay.
a minute that goes past, it switches legs again. So it's like they're bad at this.
So we gotta jump these. I
So
can't
I-
look
I-
at Sophia. I'm
also-
like, are we going?
I make pause and I make the shot.
Make a shot.
I don't
Do the
have
shot.
time for that in this episode if we want to leave it there, but
No, let's
I
do
take
it.
the shot.
We got time.
Yeah,
We got
yeah,
time.
yeah, it's fine.
So is that advantage?
I was
to,
going
like,
to 11:30.
Yeah, sure. If we've got another hour.
I would
Yeah.
say just
Fine by
normal
me.
attack because they're both like aware
They're
of you.
aware of me, I suppose,
Yeah.
So longbow. That is a
Oh, no.
7.
Wow.
Not very good.
7. Okay.
Bring
I'm
up
gonna bring up a quick battle map. Let's do a quick little
should've-
battle map.
Should have sacred flamed had the chance.
I should have put them to sleep when they were next to each other and unaware.
That's why I was like, are we gonna do this? Like I was ready to cast sleep, and I was like, oh.
There's brown wolfsies.
Hopefully this works. Get rid of the setup encounter.
Get rid of the thing you've planned.
Yeah, ignore these. I think you will be able to see the whole map, like everything, because it's twilight hour anyway.
It's always Twilight.
I assume it's not the bit beyond the white.
Yeah, if you go beyond the map, you've gone off the map. I've
So
very cleverly put together several maps on a massive grid
That's a good
so that
shout.
I don't have to keep
Yeah.
hopping around all over the place.
Nuts.
You're just passing. Let's go somewhere over here. You're put yourself in order, but you'll be
Guess the
like
usual thing.
15 foot behind.
Yeah.
Guess the usual. Is it like me and Sophia at the front, in like a cube, with like Amelia and Cassius behind us? Kind of how we normally roll.
Up to you, however you want to
I've
walk.
been going second like all the time since we've been starting this, but I'll go third if you want.
I need to do turn tracker.
Because the other times we've done stuff, it's been like a T,
and
where it's
I
like
need
been
to
me and Sophia, and then Cassius, and then Emily's. How we done it before? We did one of these things. Don't have to.
Whatever
Because,
works.
yeah.
I think it depends on the situation. If we're in a combat, then I think Cassius would go before Quinn. But
What are you on about? I'm a tank.
sometimes I go back as well.
Oh, wait a minute,
if we're getting into,
That's
I
true.
probably would
is that
have.
counting?
Oh yeah,
Is-
should probably.
Ah,
Okay, so 2.
not bad.
See,
Got an
Initiative.
18.
well, that's bad.
I'll change that.
But I
to
did just
6.
go, so. Oof.
Oh, 11. Sorry, not 6.
About to say, you got a 11.
Yeah. It's because I clicked off of it, and then clicked. I was like, oh fuck.
Ah,
1.
1.
Yeah,
1.
not paying attention. to
Telling you, these rolls are going to make up for the last combat. I did really well in the last combat, so this is going to balance it.
One.
I
I think
rolled well,
it's
yeah.
you just being below
Two.
average. Although this session's been my best session so
Eight.
far, definitely. I
I
wrote over
need-
I
15
did roll
a few
2
times.
natural 20s in a row for history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
true.
pretty
Pretty good.
impressive.
Ascending.
Actually, so
The
far
odds of that, that's pretty
today,
good.
Keep doing this. It's descending.
so far today, I haven't rode below a 13. That's not gonna. Actually, I rode a 7.
75.
Still way better than I did the last couple of
Bloody hell.
combats. I've barely got over like 5. It's so bad.
Does Quinn do the thing with her mace and shield with the bang bang? You ever do that?
Yeah.
I feel that's important. I don't know why.
I don't know.
This reminds me of something. It's like Dragon Age just reminded me of. So there's like a. I mean, like the casting, we like. Doosh, doosh.
I don't know. It looks cool though.
Yeah. Reminds me of some video game.
What? All that way?
Let me guess. Dig in.
Arr.
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun,
feel like
dun,
Bill's
dun.
about to explode. He's concentrating so hard.
Because, yeah, it's because I just screwed something up, so I'm correcting it. There we go.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's done. I believe
What?
this is right.
DMs make mistakes? I thought DMs just had everything planned out perfectly every
No,
time.
we wing it occasionally.
What?
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 Right.
Hey, how
So-
dare you?
How
What
dare
are you
you.
insinuating? I didn't just try and coast my way through everything and just pretend it was exactly as it was meant to be.
Okay.
All according to Keikaku.
Right. So, you shoot the first arrow. It lands beside the wolf. Who shot the first arrow again? That was
Patton shot first.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is right, isn't it? Greg. So where are we? Yeah, there we are.
Well, that's just like a bonus round, right? That was before we did an initiative, right?
Yeah,
It still starts with
Yeah,
immediate.
surprise round.
that is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it, yeah, surprise round. That's the words.
Right, so that shot there. Yeah, so then we just go back to you.
Would
so
anyone
you're
else
the-
have gotten a surprise round?
Did one of you attack at once, or did you all attack?
I mean, we're all basically attacking anyway before the wolves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
go for
we
it.
were all ready to attack at
Yeah.
once.
Because I was like looking towards you, being like, "Are we doing this?" And you were
We
like,
literally
"Arrow."
drew the bow and then like looked at the others.
Yeah, we did like the let's go.
Okay. Well, yeah, do a
Team
surprise.
attack moment.
Alright.
Attack.
Go into a cutscene, and all the background goes into wavy colors.
Dun 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 dun
it
dun
works.
dun 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 dun
I
dun.
guess Melia
Yeah.
Okay.
goes first.
I'll
guess,
say,
for the sprite
I guess
round.
that was the signal. I'll move up. I'll go. Yeah, I'll go here.
Just like
Then-
that.
Just like that. To the side.
Alright.
Then both short swords. Probably not. 10 to hit.
Into hit. Yeah, that's fine. No, you do not hit.
And then I brought the short sword. Wow. Doing really well.
Yeah,
Right.
doing amazingly well.
You're so caught off guard with the
Slice,
bow
slice.
missing that you're like, whoa!
Yeah.
No dice.
Scare tactics.
Swing aimlessly.
Run away!
All right. So I'm going to
Turn undead.
yes, turn undead. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to cast sleep in a 20-foot radius that hits the two walls but doesn't hit Amelia. So I guess like centered over here.
Sure.
As long as it's within, they're both in the 20 feet, it'll be fine. That's at level 1. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, not really bad. Could be worse. 22. I don't think that's enough to put either of
No,
one of
it's
them
not.
asleep. Yeah, I assume their hit points are higher than 22.
Yeah, for these things, definitely.
Yeah.
You can see like the magic flows out of you and stuff, but it just seems unaffected.
Yeah, I didn't roll great. Could have done better.
You'll have to kill these ones while they're awake.
Oh shit. The
Yeah,
true
mate,
plot
well,
twist.
I tried, and then I guess I'll come up.
The true enemy.
It's not about strategy. She just likes to kill things while they're asleep.
That's a murderer.
It's a
talking.
thrill.
Let's
Oh.
go there, I guess. With my battle
Happy
axe and
house.
shield up. Then, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
It's worth a try. If I got one of them
Cassius,
asleep,
what do
it
you
would have been
do?
worth it.
I'm gonna play fetch and take the boomerang out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the boomerang though, and I'm gonna attack the one that's in front there. He just sort of spins, and as he spins out, like grabs the boomerang and flings it, so it sort of goes around in an arc to come back and hit them.
For sure.
12.
Hey, that hits.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Such good strategists.
1
you
damage.
guys.
1 damage.
So he flings the boomerang out, just twats the wolf in the back of the head. And we'll say the boomerang landed here. Just
That's
get a
1.
boomerang
Okay.
here.
Draw your little thing.
Yeah, make that bigger actually.
Hits it in the side.
There's the boomerang.
Yeah, exactly in the side,
It's an eye.
like where the top leg would connect, and like falls off of it.
Yeah.
Didn't really notice it that much.
No.
Do you
he
move
gets-
anywhere?
Yes, I do. I move to here.
Da, 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 da,
I chuck a Pokeball at it.
da. Next one,
Wolfie boy.
Wolfie boy. This is the one on the right. They actually both have names.
This one.
Yes. It's gonna turn around and snap at you. Does a big growl and tries to bite you. Gets a 13.
So me in it.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Yeah.
not hit.
Does not hit. How many attacks does he have?
You're so small. He just picks you up like teeth around you, starts shaking you around. That's pretty funny.
Fucking hench, mate.
You're like lodged in its mouth. It's like, I can't.
It's got pack tactics, so yeah, it's 13. It gets advantage on its attacks if one of its friends are beside it in 5
yeah.
foot. They both help each other basically. So yeah, that misses. Is it multi-attack or is it just one attack? No, it is just one attack.
Thank God. It'd be pretty strong if it had 2 or 3 attacks.
My leg. My leg.
Whoa.
If the
Could've got me.
target is a creature, it must make it 4 not prone.
Hmm.
Okay. Round we go to Zufira.
Okay. I will cast Hunter's Mark on the one in front of me.
Sure.
As I'll sidle around 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so Hunter's Mark on this one. You'll see the dragon eye flash up for a second before fading on this dragon. And I will take a shot with my longbow. Another 9. Well, another shit roll. Sorry,
9.
no hit.
Okay.
That was actually the same roll as last time. I just added my fighting bonus, my fighting style bonus this time, but it still didn't hit.
No dice.
Quite literally,
Okay.
no dice.
We
We're doing
move
well,
on.
boys. We've clunked around the head with a boomerang, and that's it.
Yeah.
The
Starting
wolf
off well.
Cast the spell.
The wolf
That's
on the
true.
left
Ow.
will attack you, Amelia.
Yeah.
Same again. It turns around and just bites. We got 15.
That hits.
That does hit. Okay. We got 11 points of damage.
Flipping heck. I'm very
Damn
visibly
you,
wounded.
Farrell.
Oh, I'm wondering if that. Hold on it.
Dial up.
Is that just going to do. No, okay. It is. I'm just checking if it is like randomized each time.
You can do that. I'll do the average. Do you?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, 11 points of damage.
Very visibly wounded.
My leg.
Can you make a DC 14 strength save, please?
That's what we got
Yep.
hit.
9.
9. You are knocked backwards, prone.
Okay.
So yeah, it takes a chunk out of you, and with that force of it, the amount of weight behind it pushes you back onto your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Go around to you. You haven't moved. You haven't moved any spaces or anything. You're literally just there, but
Oh,
on the
okay.
floor now.
I
It's
spent
not
half.
knocked back.
I'm with you. I spent half my movement getting back up.
Yep.
Like, wow, these things pack a punch. I flank it over here. I'll take
Okay.
another 2 attacks.
Please hit it.
Wow.
The 13 hits. Yeah.
8
8
damage.
Slice into its fur.
Oh.
I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Does yelp.
And then I'm going to move over here.
Okay.
The downside of being a rogue in it. If
Quentin.
you hit, you do a lot of damage. If you miss, you get fucked.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do I use that yet? Yeah,
Oh, I
so-
have advantage because with someone. Oh, it doesn't matter. I think I got shits on both of them. Yeah.
It was a 9 and a 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean a 7
Well, the
and a 9.
15,
So
Yeah, it
it's
wouldn't
still-
hit anyway. Must remember that for next time.
Do you add sneak attack?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I could have actually.
First one you could have had.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
one?
Yes.
The hit.
I could have.
Anytime you do damage, you can also add the sneak attack on.
Only on the first, only once. I do 1d6. Let me do that. 1d6. We can add 6 to that as well.
Cool.
6 points of damage to it.
Yeah, that's my
that's
sneak
another-
attack.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I
pretty
forgot
good.
to add.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do fancy stuff. I'm just gonna try and just hit it with my axe. So, go pesticide. No pesticide.
This is
Again.
what into that one.
I roll so bad. Well, I tried. That's that. Do I have any
It's
bonus?
going really well,
actions?
folks.
I've done nothing in all the
Things will
combats we've
turn.
done.
That's not true. The
I've
heals are
healed
real.
people. Yeah, I've healed people.
Bubble shit.
Just roll so low. Is this a
You
bonus
can-
action? Or is
You can
this-
always do your beacon thing, that healing beacon thing.
Twilight thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, just
there's
seeing
always
if
that
it
if you
was,
get in trouble.
Temp health.
I can get a spell back as a bonus action. I think that's about all I can do as a bonus action.
What would have been better is making a visible grid on this.
Right, gritty enough.
No, I mean so
Yes,
that you can actually see the grid
I
better.
think to spread ourselves out, I'm just gonna go through the guy's square. Because I assume these are normal sized creatures.
Yeah, they're in one square.
Yeah, cool. They're just having nimbleness.
Oh, there we go. Look. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
might help.
Yeah, can pass through a space of any creature that is one size larger than
Have a
me.
red grid.
So I'm just gonna go
Beautiful.
over here, just to spread out a bit. Cool, that's the end of my turn. No, a lot.
All right.
All right. I don't need to move. We got the whip, so I'm gonna whip that one on the right there still, and give him a good lashing. 14,
14 definitely hits
3 damage.
3 damage.
Like just again, like just goes
Yep.
straight out from underneath the cloak. So you grabbed it, flicks it out one thing,
So it's slightly on
right
the
to
side, but not as deep as you think.
it's right up the fucking snout of the wolf.
Yeah, you know, like catch its nose, little flick on the nose.
Like a bit of his nose his nose just falls off.
Yeah.
That's my turn over with.
All right.
Loud crack as well. It hits the wolf in the face. He's
It-
like, "Arr, arr, 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 arr."
It growls. It goes down to the. It like sails its down to the ground a bit, and it arches its back as it growls, and then it releases a blast of cold air at you.
Yep.
So I would like you to make a Dex saving throw. So this is like a blast of cold air.
2.
2. Oh
Oh
god.
no.
I thought it was gonna jump at me. I wanted to punch it in the face, but nope.
I'm wondering if there isn't a thing to click on here.
Icy shit's happened.
Let's roll some dice.
Oh, good.
Doesn't
Surprised
sound
that
good.
wasn't a con save.
Huh?
So I'm surprised that
It's
wasn't.
usually con.
Depends what the effect is.
48. Well, it's an ice blast, so
Looks like a dragon breath or something.
Yeah,
The Dex.
assumed it would be con if it's trying to freeze me. It was all.
No, but it'd be to avoid the attack, wouldn't it?
or
Oh yeah.
You take half damage. I assume it's like a dragon. I don't know what these.
you are incredibly
Things,
lucky.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah,
that
okay.
is 7 points of ice damage.
Okay, I'll
My
take that.
plan is all coming together.
With Dragon Cold Breath, it is a con as
Yeah,
well.
it's a blast of freezing wind in a 15
You're trying to
cone.
knock me over, are you?
Each creature in the area takes a saving throw, half damage on a successful.
Yeah, same as.
It's like a dragon breath as well. It's got a recharge on it,
Yeah.
so it's used its thing. So I put a little used thing on it,
A little fireball.
and that's its turn.
Cheeky crab.
Use the actual
Cool.
dice. You're lucky, so lucky there. Go around to Zufira.
Zufira will just drop the bow because it's clearly not working. Draw the sword. Shring! Anime dash forward and take 2 swings at the closest
Hang
wall.
on. Are you doing the backwards Naruto run with the hands out behind before you swing?
Yes.
This is very important. All right, okay. So we know
With
this
the
is
two
close to the
swords.
five. Right, like a scissor motion.
Come on, because this I just found out this works. Hunter's Mark works with swords as well.
Oh yeah, this is
Ooh,
how I always
16.
used it. 16
6
hits.
damage.
Nice.
Yep.
Hunter's Mark for an
Another
additional
6.
1 damage, and then
Wow.
Cha-ching.
the off
Please.
does not hit.
So
Does not
shocked
hit.
by the 1 damage from Hunter's Mark, you just miss.
I believe is it you can only
Just
use
flashes
Hunter's
up.
Mark once.
You see the eye kind of flash.
Yeah.
Sorry, what are
Okay.
you saying, Phil?
If I remember correctly, you can use the D6 just once per turn or something on that one it's marked.
Is it?
Is it like sneak
Yeah,
attack?
because I got mixed up on putting it
Whenever you
on
hit with a weapon
every.
attack. No, it just says whenever you hit with a weapon attack.
Oh, so each time.
I'll Google that because that sounds about right for balance.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Once
do an
per
extra
turn,
1d6.
or-
whenever
That's my
you-
whole turn anyway.
Yeah, whenever you hit it with a
Once
weapon attack, so I guess.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
okay.
use it twice a turn.
Sure.
It's the bonus action that you have to use up. Like if you need to turn it, if you need to put it on a new target, you've got to burn your bonus action. But
Are you hitting? You got 2 short swords in one in each hand.
yeah. And let me draw wherever the fuck my
Can you do a third
Oh.
strike, or is that just a Pacific thing?
If you've got dueling in it.
No, it's just a dual wielding thing. I use my action to hit with my main hand, and then bonus action to hit with my offhand.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Every character can do
Yeah,
that.
I'm thinking of when we've got 3. You got your extra.
Yeah,
You're
none
like
of us
level
have
5.
That's level 5. Yeah,
Level 5. I'm thinking of.
Just a quick
Okay.
question. Is Hunter's Mark concentration then?
Yeah, it is.
so we'll have to remember to roll concentration checks.
For
tend
instance,
to
the wolf is
forget.
about to bite you now.
Okay,
So it turns back and tries to bite you.
how does is that a reaction?
No, it's his turn.
No, it's just my turn. Oh, sorry. Are you moving away or anything? Are you going to stay?
Yeah, staying. Oh, they've got 2 different initiatives.
Yeah. They got 2 different initiatives. They're 2 separate wolves, basically.
Yeah.
2
Dudley and
separate
Bobbery.
little character thingy mijigs. So yeah, it's going to attack you back. It got a serve. Does that pact out there? So attack against the creature if at least one of the wolves the creature that was.
Yeah, I've used
I
2
don't
arrows.
know. 17 then.
Yeah, that hits.
It's good while you lasted Hunter's Mark. That 1 extra damage.
Yeah, Zufira, so you're there, so it won't get pack tactics, but it just gets a normal 17.
17.
Take 11 points of damage.
11. Okay, my Hunter's Mark is still up.
Okay.
That's
and
half
then,
my health. Exactly.
And then roll a DC, a strength saving throw.
Yep. 7.
You get knocked down prone. So you are prone at the moment.
Okay.
Get knocked down.
But I get up again until my life.
He's just like holding back the snapping wolf now with his swords.
Yeah.
It's like lunging at her face.
Pretty much. Amelia.
Cool. I go back using my OBS then. I'm like, a pack of punch, right?
You've been
I'm like,
doing
let's
so
take this one
well.
down.
They are big ass wolves. I do have a picture after this
Oh
to show
my
you just
god,
how big
I'm
they are.
rolling
Especially
so
when you're
bad.
small.
Wow.
Second one hits.
11 hits, yeah?
Yeah.
No. Does it?
Okay, I'll roll a
Didn't you say
D6,
you have a
Advantage.
say
Oh,
you
I
have
do have advantage, you're right.
On the first one as
Yes.
well. Advantages.
Yes, I do have advantage, sorry,
And
you're
sneak
right.
attack on one of those.
Yeah. Okay, so 12 plus a D6. Doesn't matter which one. 3, so 15 damage on the wolf
And
in
this
front of
is
me.
That one, okay. Minus
How'd you get advantage?
it's looking
It's one of my
really beat
rogues
up
thing.
now. So it's looking quite beat up now.
Da, 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 da. think it's sneak attack.
No, sneak attack gives you bonus if you have advantage, but it doesn't give you advantage. But
Yeah,
it
you are
also
right.
works if you've just got someone within 5 feet. So you should still be doing sneak attack, but it doesn't give you advantage.
yeah. Sneak attack only works if you have a friendly person next to the enemy. You have advantage on your attacks, or there's one other thing.
You're right. So only one of those hits. So let's just take away the 8, and it's just 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
My bad.
Cool. So
It's fine. You shouldn't have said anything.
No, that's fine.
The
Yeah, that's my
session
turn.
with these classes and characters.
Oh, I mentioned to Quinn, if you've got a heal, be helpful.
I was waiting for someone to be like, healer.
Now who fucking needs me, eh? Hey.
Never use my battle axe. It's having the white mage, and nobody fucks with the white mage.
Fuck the white mage.
My own cure wounds now, motherfucker.
That's
One
true.
health. Oh shit.
Look at me. I'm the healer
Yes.
now.
Just for like, to hit more people. Guess I just do my channel divinity to the Twilight Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Good
That
call.
one.
Soothing
So,
twilight. Oh, fuck, it's
Everyone
making it.
within 30 feet of me that I can choose, you can either do the temporary healing. So it'd be 1d6 plus 2. Or I can get rid of charmed or frightened, but it
Yeah,
seems
at the
pretty
end of our turn.
pointless. Yeah, whenever you end your turn in
Yeah.
the sphere around me, which I'm about to do. So I'll roll a d6, I guess. 5. So you got 5 temporary hit points. And yeah, there's really nothing else I can really do. I don't have any bonus actions at the moment, so yeah, it's the end of my turn.
Guess I'm
Okay.
whipping. I will
So-
actually. Hang on a second. Can I reach for it? No. I'll take one space over. I was getting blasted. I'm going to attack the one that's on the left now. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to use the whip. Get a 21.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
6 damage.
6 damage. Doing good.
How are we looking with this wolf on the left?
It's pretty injured now. It's
Enough to cast sleep on.
Hmm.
maybe.
I
Maybe.
think
Like how little hit points? do you
I'm going to
reckon?
action surge then,
Yeah.
and we'll try whipping it again. 20.
Yeah, you get it.
Another 4 damage, so 10 damage in total.
I wish I could roll like that.
Yeah, I
Sure,
do
wish
know
I had an action
it's
good enough.
getting towards its last legs,
Yeah, so
basically.
you see, I
Pretty
spin,
cut up.
flip round, do like a spin, bring the whip round again.
Okay.
Jet across his eyeball. The eyeball explodes.
No, move on.
You're
Okay.
already dead.
The wolf on the right. Does it get its breath back? Well, that just does that. Just roll with d6 in it, see if it does.
So shit that like a dragonborn has to rest, but a wolf now can have
It
its breath back
Does
whenever.
not get its breath back. Breath weapon is not back. So it's just going to turn around and bite. Where are we here? And bite Quinn.
Oh no.
A 14.
Misses.
Okay. So that misses. And then we go round to Zufira.
Okay. So still prone. I'll use half my movement to stand up. She'll kind of just like to the side of the wolf, and as its head's down, spin and stand up and take 2 more hits with the sword.
Yep.
Come on. No, I don't think so. 10. And natural
Hey.
20, motherfucker.
Balance has been
Dinner.
restored.
Oh, 1 and a 20.
Yeah,
Back in the good timeline.
back in the
Oh,
game.
God
Maybe
damn
not.
it. I rolled 2 for damage.
Plus
Wow.
your hunter's mark.
Say that's 2 and 2, shouldn't that? Oh, because it's offhand, it doesn't deal my strength or dexterity.
No.
But I do get a hunter's mark.
So that's 4, and then
A total of 8.
8 points of damage. Still something. It's looking bad. It's staggering. Like it's starting to sway. It's got blood pouring out of its cuts all over the place.
Let's
at
say
this
she
point.
moved here during the roll. It's
Just
spins
getting
this
into the music.
inner. And that's
I
it.
mean,
Okay.
it's like when when you get a crit, it's like rolling a strike on your last turn of bowling and then guttering the ball twice the next turn. You want it to be good. You want those extra points.
Very much.
Yeah.
This one will continue to attack you, Quinn. There.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to see. Does it get its breath weapon back? No, it doesn't. Just a normal bite. Got 25.
Yeah, 25 hits.
Have 8 points of piercing damage.
I forgot to roll the fucking extra die for 10
And
health.
then
Everyone did.
I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Technically,
now.
James meant to roll it.
do that now if you
Not
need to.
yourself.
Not the
Dave,
rules, man.
if you take a strength saving throw
5.
as well, please.
Oh yeah. 13?
13 does not save, so you're knocked down prone. Knocks you over. Just the amount of impact that these beasts are causing as they bite you knocks you
Down,
off.
boy. Down.
Amelia.
Okay, well, I'm going to try and finish this wolf off in front of me, hopefully. 16, that should
16
hit.
hits, yes.
It falls
That's
over. And
5 damage.
How would you like to do this?
Oh, nice. I get my sneak attack as well, so I'll, I guess whilst it's reeling from the attacks Zufira did on it, I'll just come through and I'll just, like, slit the throat from
Sure.
behind.
Didn't want to go down through the top of the head then. Like,
Nah, just a cheeky
Dare
little
you
subtle...
kill this wolf?
And, yeah, it should have been yours, mate, to be fair. And then I am going to do another attack on the other one with my offhand.
So as that one falls to the ground, you slip in.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm completely whiff the other one.
Yeah.
But I will
amidst
get my
that-
temp hit points. So let me roll a 1d6 plus 2, yeah?
I mean, you could slice the wolf open and use it as a cover.
Naffle. But it's something. There's me
Nice.
thing.
All right.
Three.
Quinn, so you see this wolf, blood sprays out on the ground, and it falls to the ground in a big heap. And you're just fighting the last one, which is growling, barking all over the place,
Wolf.
snapping at you so much.
Yeah, woof.
Ooh,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna stand up by movement. Seems
Sure.
like a good plan. Really want to try and put this to sleep.
You can.
Seems
This
Kind
one's
of
looking not bad.
That's
at the moment.
unnecessary.
There's only one or two like little
It'd be
smaller
so
cuts in it.
fun. Can make it our pet. We
Sick.
could train it. Yeah, I just attack it.
Yeah, sure.
Seems pointless to put it to sleep.
Should have put it to sleep.
Just because I feel more comfortable with rolling that than rolling a d20, which I'm going to get like a 4 on or something. Oh, wow.
Oh, you hit it for 7 damage.
That's way better than I was
Yeah.
expecting to roll.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah, it's sliced in.
It's almost like it's random.
Along its side.
Ooh.
Cool, sick.
I rolled
that the
3
sound the
nat
wolf
20
made?
this dish.
That's the end of my turn.
All right.
That's the
I'm
arse.
gonna whip it.
Talking of the sleep spell.
11.
11 hits.
4 damage.
4 damage. Taking
Sorry.
small chunks out of it.
Yeah, bits
Is your
of fur
whip,
is
isn't it?
flying everywhere as I slice.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Take you remember to do temporary hit points.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Okay, good.
I know,
Yeah, don't forget your
helicopter dad,
temporary hit
sink or
points.
swim.
Does it get his breath weapon back? Yes, it does. Okay, so as you slice across it with your whip, it turns to meet you, and then it sees it's all happened so quickly. It sees its counterpart has like fallen, and it glares at you, Zufira, and unleashes its breath weapon towards you.
Uh-oh.
So I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yes, that's a Natural 1.
Natural.
Yeah.
Well, you had a really good roll, so it has to be a shit one now, right?
Yeah, it's all balanced.
I mean, this is going to be. You've just killed its partner.
Actually,
It's
I
all
think you're
Jack's
fine.
fault for putting us in the bad timeline.
Or Jack. Oh,
You put us
this
back
way.
in the good one by getting 2 nat 20s. 3 nat 20s this session,
Well,
actually.
Yeah,
What is
They're
this?
doing so much better.
I think I'm going to
This
go down though.
This is
Got 11 health right now.
just res you back up again. It's not a problem.
It's fine. We'll just put our hands on your heart. And go, boom, boom. Pick up.
oh, for it
And
was out.
Daraliath will
You know
catch
it's
me
bad when Phil is
11.
struggling to count it.
Zufira.
Oh, it's fine. 18 points of frost damage at you.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
It's freezed up.
You see her
Imagine
take the
you
cold
remember
and
to
like,
roll.
tries to keep standing for a second, takes a step and just falls.
Yeah, she's like a blast of cold air in her direction.
Why didn't the temporary hit points work? Why?
Oh, wait. How much damage was it? 17?
18.
Yeah, it still would have got me down even with the 10 hit points. Yeah.
I tried.
Even with this power, I was not strong enough.
The power of Grey Skull.
Zufira's turn.
Roll a death save.
Oh, death save.
Come on. That's a failed save.
Wait for another nat one then. It's like, man, you keep going up and down.
3 is the magic number.
I
If
feel
you get
like
three of the... That's true,
My
but if you get
best
3
chance
death
is to do the
saves,
damage.
you are dead. If you get 3 death saves, it's
Yeah.
not always a
3
magic number.
failed death saves.
Ah.
Yeah, hits.
Me-
6
me
damage.
going in.
roll a d6 for the sneak. Great.
You're chipping away at it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's surrounded
13,
in all
14
those things.
damage in total that round. I'll take that as pretty good.
Another 7. So that's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Chipping
Good
away.
Yeah, that's good. Now can we have another axe attack, please?
That's that.
Or a heal.
So see, like, yeah, Sophia's over there,
You
and,
can
like,
temp hit points up, Jack.
Oh shit! Yeah, good shout. Good shout. Good shout. Good shout.
Yep, get your temporaries.
I'm like, do I get the temp hit points if I'm on the floor?
No, you're asleep.
temp hit points can't get you back up.
No idea.
Yeah, but it could protect me from further damage. Not that it matters, really.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a good one. Nice. I'll take 6.
What, cheeky 6.
Yeah, I guess in theory,
If I
Cheeky
take
6 on the
damage,
beach.
we'll roll it.
yeah, makes sense. Cool.
It's very soothing. It's twilight.
It's twilight hours. Yep.
This thing's looking pretty bad, right? Well, it's all twilight 'cause you're inside my sanctuary. My sanctuary's dim light, even if it's like mid.
At the moment, it's twilight hours, but yeah. This thing is looking. It's getting beat up, but it's holding its own still. This one you gauge is the more dominant one out of the two.
Mhm.
Be
Like,
more
this
or less.
is putting up a fight.
Yeah, just trying to hit it again. Come on, I did so
Sure.
well last time. Let's have a go. Ah,
Whoa.
17. Even
Hey.
better than last time.
Points of damage. Nice.
Chop its tail off.
That's near max, isn't it? Yeah, 2 off.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess I might just in case I need to, it's gonna go around to like here. Again, if I need to, just like put a hand out behind me and be like, up.
Point up. Like pat behind her while you're like fending off.
It's like
So
reaching
come here.
behind me while I'm fighting. Where are you?
I like the entire time that you're like down unconscious. This dragon's like, "Hello, get
Hello. Why is no one talking to me?
Yeah.
out!"
Cure wounds.
He's just like, Zufira.
Nice.
Jesus.
Where are we at?
This is
Why
the,
did you-
this is the last thing I hear before I die.
His voice.
Snake.
Like, I'm done with this. Just get me out now. Can't be dealing with this.
All right, let's whip this motherfucker. I miss. Turn over. Next person.
Whip it into high gear.
Just miss it.
As you went round, it will snap at you, Quinn. as you
Bring
like
it.
move it around.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Those fucking Uber Eats adverts.
22
God.
Bring it.
Ah, yeah, it's
for 10 points of piercing damage.
cool.
Quinn has gone down.
Do I need to make the not backy thing?
I won't say this time. It more or less like it tried to bite you instead of forcing itself like into you and biting you, kind of thing.
Cool, sweet, no worries.
Zufira.
Now,
I have
don't
to roll the
get a
death save
one.
now.
No
Yeah.
ones.
Please
Don't
no
get a
one.
one.
Oh, you would actually die.
Oh,
though,
Okay, that's a
wouldn't
success.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he gets a one, he's dead, and we didn't have a cleric
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good enough to heal him or
you?
I
It's
would
scary,
revive him.
isn't it? Right, one
I
save.
can roll in the dice with my life.
When you find like a cleric or like a church that can just like res dead people, you're like, oh yeah, death has no meaning anymore. At this point, it's like, yeah, you.
Oh, it
dead.
does. It's like cost thousands of gold to have all the
Like 20
materials. Though.
grand, isn't it?
It's a lot.
It's well expensive.
Yeah.
and
And
that's
you
even
you
finding
get
a place.
you can have like attributes as well applied
by
if you
the
die.
end of like our quest thing, I was like pocket change.
Yeah, but to the normal person, that's just out of reach of the regular.
yeah,
Sure, there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
time limit on it as well. I have
I think every time you die, it gets
Depends which
harder.
spell you do. There's like 3 or 4
Yeah.
spells that res you. Some have to be within like a day. But one of the last one you get is literally like it could be like a bit of bone, and you just like bang, you're alive. It just
I
like
just remember there being
reconjugates the
some kind of
entire,
like
body.
fluffed
Ridiculous.
reason why it's like your spirit gets dragged towards the
Yeah, it's
the
harder.
gates,
Like,
and it
it's
gets harder and harder to bring you back.
It's
from
also the
that.
logistics of finding that much worth of diamonds. Like True Resurrection
Yeah.
is 25,000 gold worth of diamonds, and you could. It's not just like paying 25,000 gold. It's finding that much diamonds in the world, which is down to the DM whether they
Yeah.
think diamonds should be
Kind of
really
dynamite.
fucking hard to find.
It's
Anyway,
not easy.
where were we?
Right.
Amelia.
I'm gonna read my scroll of healing, seeing as though no one's getting
Oh,
Zufira
true, you
off
got
the
that, haven't
ground. So I'm gonna use one of those.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll anything?
You just roll its healing equivalent to what it was. What did I give you? Did I give you a?
Just a
Did I
scroll of
state-
healing.
Oh, I didn't state what it was. Oh, did I? Okay, well, just read it and we'll see what happens.
Can you use a
what
scroll
is it?
from a different class?
Is it healing words? What am I don't even know what it is. It
Oh,
just
I
says
see.
scroll of
But-
healing.
Basically,
I
it's a
got.
potion. Do your. I'll give you the next one up from the small. So the medium.
Is that 1d4 plus 4? Or is
That was. Where's our potions tables, guys?
Oh, it's not 1d4 plus 4. That's the first one. It'll be 2d4 plus 4. Is that it? No.
Healing potions. Oh God.
Greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
There we go.
Oh, is it like small, medium, greater, or something?
Yeah, regular is 2d4 plus 2. Greater
okay.
is 4d4 plus 4.
All right, I'll do the greater one then.
Who are you healing 4d4 plus
13.
4?
You get 13 hit points back, Zufira.
And how does this look? Is this like a ranged spell kind of thing? Like you pull out the scroll and you're like,
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like
It's like
She's
healing
like-
word type of thing, I should
Yeah.
imagine.
Are you
So
reading it
I
really
I
badly?
start chanting
Yeah,
like
like
this
directing
random.
it.
I suspect Quinn would probably raise an eyebrow, being like, "Wait, what? This is like clerical stuff. This is my neck of the woods."
did I give you one or two?
You gave me
Two.
2, so that's one of them.
Two,
down.
one. All right, the other one's the same again. Then it's just a
Okay.
direct copy.
I'll make a note in my thing.
Right.
But you get 13 hit points back. I'm just gonna roll 1d6 plus 2, just in case I do roll a 6. My temp. Nope, I'll keep my 6. That's my temp.
Zufira will gasp awake to a voice going, Zufira,
Hey.
Zufira, Zufira.
Zufira. Oh, baby, when you fall like that, you
Your
make
dragon
a
goes
dragon go
crazy.
mad. You go mad. You go mad. Go mad. Go mad. That's me.
Brilliant.
Put me back to sleep.
Well,
Hit me with the ice breath again.
I'll recharge. No, what are you doing then, Quinn? Doing the whip
Wakes up
again,
in the
or
hospital bed. He's like, what the fuck?
Oh, so I was just reading
oh,
many of the rules. You realize these scrolls are so
no? I'm thinking of
complicated.
Cassius
They're all
does
very
the
different.
whip. Quinn is the
Yeah,
yeah.
It's axing time.
Yeah. As in, so well so far. 13?
13 hits.
Cool. It's only 3 damage anyway. We rolled a
Three
1 on the
Yeah,
damage one.
a small nick out of it.
How badly beat up is this thing now?
Uh,
Oh, I do my.
it's getting more. It's getting
Good
more
lord.
worse for wear.
Nice.
Like
8
you've seen it
temporary hit
stagger
points.
once or twice, but not as much as the other one just yet.
Yeah. All right.
Right, it's still
Let's whip-
keeping up.
Got
Whip
more
it.
temporary hit points. I do actual hit points.
19.
Oh,
So
definitely hits.
4 damage.
Four.
Just
Okay.
constantly just fucking whip. Just stood there like, ah!
4 damage. So now the wolf turns its attention on you, and it comes down. Oh,
Hello.
take a attack of opportunity there, Amelia.
Oh, I most certainly shall.
As it like turns around and like barrels down to you. 18 hits. 8 points of damage. You slice.
It's leg
Well,
off.
you managed to catch its
Nice.
tail, do significant damage there. And now it takes a bite out of you.
Get fucked.
Does its breath weapon come back? 19.
I
Ah.
punch it with the back of the whip and knock it out.
No breath weapon. 9 points of damage to you.
Did you roll the hit?
Yep. 19.
Oh, hang on. That is correct, yeah. So
Yeah.
you say 9?
9 points of damage. And because it moves squares, then take a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
10.
So you get knocked off your feet. You do get knocked off your feet. So you're considered prone now.
Cool.
And that's its turn. Go to Zufira.
Okay. Zufira will shoot awake this noise. Go, shut up, and stand up and take
That's amazing.
2 steps round. Oh, Quinn's vanished.
Delete this.
Yeah.
Deleted her.
Try and delete the
Um,
circle. I just don't delete my token. Whoops.
Take 2 swings with the blades. Hunter's mark is gone now.
Yeah.
Let's see. 13
13 hits.
and a 22.
Both hit.
Okay. 6 plus 6,
Oh,
12.
it's decent.
Plus, oh yeah, your 100 marks go on, doesn't it? When you
Yeah, it's gone.
unconscious.
You went for a
Yeah.
snooze.
Yeah, you do significant damage to that. 2 decent cuts
She's mad.
across its back as it's like turned around
Fucking
there.
foaming at the mouth.
Milia.
Yeah.
Right, I flank. I
Just
do the full
rabies.
surround
Yep.
on this.
Can't go anywhere
Yeah.
now.
Team attack. Use your limit break.
23 on my Elven short sword plus a
9 points
d6.
of
Smoke to the
damage.
round.
Yep.
It's 11 damage plus
Not
my
bad,
short
I'll
Yeah,
be
sword
sorry.
that's
offhand.
enough. So you
It's
can.
enough?
That is enough. You've done it. So
Nice.
explain to us how you take this down.
Through
So
the
as
head.
I come around, I slice its feet like legs, and then I slice the tail, and I come up with a final, just like the 2 swords are on the neck, and just cut the head off the beast.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
When he's finished, he just pulls out a block of cheese and starts eating it.
That's what I do after this
Alright.
stream.
The head falls to the ground, and the like icy coldness from its mouth like fades, and the whole thing just like falls to the ground, and all that. So you are left now with the wind starting to howl through the trees, and you are no wolves left anywhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh man, my hand. I think we need to take a short rest here. Oh, that was painful. Man, 1 bite and I almost died.
They were tough. Tougher than I was expecting.
Yeah, that breath attack looked nasty. I'm glad they
Ooh.
didn't focus that
Yeah,
towards me.
I'm gonna pick my boomerang up,
Hmm.
like blood dripping from like probably my leg or some shit. Where I'm like, bowled
How
over.
hurt is everyone looking? Like single digits or?
Yeah.
8 out of 18, so I'm 10 health.
I'm
but
really bad. If it wasn't for the temp hit points, I'd be like on 4
Pack
hit
of
points.
punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm alright if we rest.
Out of curiosity,
at- Quarter.
how long have we been traveling in terms of time?
So the distance that you need to go is significant. You'll make it in the day.
We would have
but
cut them off quite early, I think. Maybe like 5 minutes of walking.
yeah, like in the first like 5-10 minutes, once you're like away from the village a bit.
And we're only 10 minutes away from the village, right? Because
Yeah.
we only got 10
Something like
minutes
that.
before like we got attacked by the wolves or caught by the wolves.
Yeah, you didn't get too
Total of
far at
15.
all. Incidentally, for everybody, this is like what the wolves look like.
Oh, nice! Wow, they're big.
That's just like a normal
Is
size.
that the
human,
size
right?
of is that Quinn?
I was to say, are they really big or is that just me?
I really
I
don't
mean,
know.
they are big.
It could be normal sized wolves, and I'm just so short.
No,
It's so hard to tell.
Oh, they got the blue eyes.
I feel like
Yeah,
they're issuing
yeah.
bigger
Yeah.
tokens.
Blue eyes,
They're
blue
issuing the
breath.
10p tokens.
So is
Well,
it a case that we're literally like half an hour away from the village ish?
Yeah, like that's what I was thinking. We could just go back.
That
Might
makes
be
sense, doesn't
safer.
it? Rather than camping in the
I'll
middle of
give you
nowhere.
that. If you want to go back, you can go back.
I would say maybe put like a cut a little bit of
Back
cloth off
post.
something that I've got in my inventory, and I'll put it wrap it around this tree.
Oh,
Sure.
And I'll mention to Zufira, I was like, can you track your way back to this? Maybe. Yeah.
Easily,
Can you
no
track your way
problem.
back? Cool, because this is the
Maybe-
direction we need to go. But I feel like we should head back to town.
don't know
and
about
take a
you.
rest.
oh, but we're so close to the village. Maybe we head back. Maybe we even bring the wolves.
Yeah.
Good idea. Bring the wolves with us.
This
Show
is
them
good.
that we. And also,
Mhm.
just show them that they have nothing to fear. No.
And we can go back tomorrow, or we can finish it off this evening. Either way, my concern is camping out in the wilderness.
Let's
True.
get back to the village and talk about it there.
Yeah,
I need
I
to
need a drink. I don't want another one of
take a
your
breather.
ales, Quinn. They were good.
I get the rope out.
Great plan.
I tie some of the rope around one of the bodies of this big wolf, and I tie the other part of it around my body, and I'm like starting dragging. Belmont struck
Drag them
this
back.
fucking wolf.
Whoever
Oh,
looked most damaged was it Quinn or like who looked the most damaged?
I've
The
got 4
lowest
hit
health?
points left. I'm basically on my
Yeah,
last legs.
Zufira will say, Denderaliath, will you help her a little bit? And she'll reach out and touch you, and you'll see like her eyes will glow kind of blue-white for a second, and you'll see this energy travel down through her arm and into you and close your wounds a bit. And that will be how much?
1 health point.
That is 3. No, not 1, 3 actually.
Perfect.
The magic
3
number.
health.
Magic
the,
number. What did I say?
That is a nice warm sensation. Thank you, friend. Appreciate it.
Ooh.
That was a 1 plus my
Yeah, I
wisdom.
look.
so-
I look over, being like,
This is
"Nah,
how
I'm
you
not
do
gonna
it.
say-
Watch
I'm
this.
not gonna say. Yeah, I'm
knew
not
it,
gonna
that's
say
okay.
anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I just look over, being
Do
like,
it this.
Hang on. Just do you know what? Just for flavour.
Also, Zufira, don't forget your longbow.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Can you
Incredible.
second wind outside of combat? I assume you can.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you like.
So I see this happen, and I'm like, well, I'm not getting any healing. And like, I don't say that, but in my head, so I just like stop and like go down on one knee, and then also like go like that, and second wind
Ah.
this shit. Where's me?
It's like the thinking man, but on one knee.
1d10
like
plus your
heavy,
fighter level, so 2.
heavy concentration.
Yeah.
So, I see people do that on the battlefield and LARP.
So I get
sometimes.
4.
It's
You
hilarious.
actually see him go down, and he goes like that, like almost like he's drawing energy at the end.
Yeah.
And like
there you go.
just healing.
Whoever else is healing. I might as
Well,
just heal
seems
myself.
everyone can heal but me. That's good to know.
You got your scores.
Yeah, that's how you fucking do it.
Hmm.
No, just like, what did you guys hear? Just like touch myself. Just like
You do what now?
yeah.
So
I know, but it gives me
You-
10 more hit points.
you spend a moment collecting yourself. You tie ropes to the walls. You start dragging them back into town. And the camera's going to do a thing. So you start walking into the center of town. People are gathering. And then the camera zooms out and it goes into a bird's eye view. And it looks towards the far off glacier in the distance. This is like high above the world. And you can see that there is a blizzard starting to roll down off the glacier. And it's going to start sweeping across. But it's
White
not to you yet.
Walkers.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
You said it was a lizard.
Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll end the
no.
game
Not
there.
yet. That's at level 3.
Yeah.
Winter is coming.
So, everybody, thanks for watching tonight. Tune in
Yeah.
next time to see if they manage to rescue these two siblings, see if they manage to deal with a frost giant, and to see when the blizzard hits as well. So, thank you very much for watching.
Yes, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our session. Do you want to do some outros where people can find
Do
us?
some outros. Yeah, if you
Phil,
want to
do
go
you want to
around
start with
like
you?
normally do.
I'll tell you what. Let's start with Greg.
Is this what we're doing again? Have we started a trend? Fine.
Yeah.
I can't pass it on again. It's like that one game. My name is Greg. I have a YouTube channel at Egregious Games where I dick around. Visit it. Jack, over to you.
Thanks, Craig. So you can find me at youtube.com/DonHayes for movies and cinematics. And you can find me at youtube.com/DonHayesPlays for playthroughs and things like that. Also, my streams will be on Don Hayes Plays channel. And that's me. Levi, over to you.
Yeah. So you can find me over on youtube.com/The Engineering Bay. You can also look up that on Twitter as well as Facebook. And you can find retro content, opinion content, all gaming based stuff. That's where I'm hanging out and doing my shiz. A couple of reaction videos recently if you want to see me losing my shit. And all that groovy good stuff that people like to watch. Yeah. And David, sign us out.
I play video games. Sometimes with these people, sometimes with other people. Perfect.
Tries to limit
Nailed it.
contact with us.
Yeah. I'm
And-
Much
around.
overexposure.
Yeah, I'm around. I spread myself thin.
Like butter spread over too much bread.
Yeah. That's
As
me.
a famous hobbit once said.
It's a very accurate portrayal of my life, actually.
Yeah,
Well, there you go, guys. So we shall see you next time.
absolutely. Oh, the links will be in the description below as well if you
Oh,
want to
yes,
check it out.
they will be below.
Have a
No,
good
My
one.
toast.
Bye.
Bye.